So, here we are then. Welcome to the Gfinity Arena, where it is really hotting up. It is Csgo, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Prophecy taking on Epsilon. Gentlemen, a lot rides on these map selections where we can unleash the likes of Freddie B and also for Prophecy, you've got some fantastic players there like Quick. So listen, Csgo, what would you expect them to do? What sort of rounds would you, maps would you expect them to ban?
Well, so obviously I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Prophecy, they've always vetoed Inferno and Nuke. So obviously one of those, they're not going to be able to veto because it's a best of 5, it means there's 7 maps total. Only 2 get banned, 1 of each team. So I spoke to Quicks last night and he was saying, if Epsilon don't ban Nuke, we have to. Okay. That's a map they 100% they do not want to see at all. So we've not seen much of Nuke, obviously, in the Elite Series. I think we've seen it once or twice. It was once in week 1.
Yeah, okay, so throw it out
we
there.
literally haven't seen it in 8 weeks now. Like, it's, obviously, people don't favour it. It's quite a team-oriented map. It's kind of hard to play, so it's not much of a surprise.
And if they're not practising as much as they'd like to, we heard from Smuya and Quicks earlier on, then you're not going to go for that sort of strategy.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Both teams that haven't been playing much are in the final, so it's, I suppose that shows the star power, I guess.
Of course.
That's one way of putting it. You know, they have pure skill that's back in the map. But we'll probably have a repeat of the matchup in the regular season, if I'm honest. Like Mirage and Train, that's not much of a surprise. Like to see them in maybe the first 3 maps in that line.
Of course. Here they go. Epsilon have got the first pick. There you go. They
banned Cobble.
Banned Cobble. Okay, so they're coming in.
That's the map that they actually dropped in week 1 and 2. So that's not much of a surprise. It's probably just a weak point. And there was the Nuke ban.
There was the Nuke that we.
So obviously Quick's honest man.
Yeah.
Doesn't tell a lie. Mirage pick from Epsilon is. Again, that's not much of a surprise. It's a map they have been favouring in the regular season. Even in the playoffs, they thrashed XL on it. It was not much of a surprise. Train, so that's first 2 maps is a repeat of the regular season where Epsilon beat them 2-0. Overpass 3rd map, Prophecy played it, I think it was twice now in the regular season. It was, I believe they beat XL on it as well. Inferno being the final pick is not much of a surprise. It's Prophecy's ban, and Epsilon don't feel too comfortable on it. From obviously they lost to XL on it, lost to Envy. Like clearly they know it's not really a favoured pick of ours. We'll just stay away from it, and Prophecy will do the same. We know that. So it's kind of smart by Epsilon in a way in the veto process. They know what they don't need to touch. Like they can just be like, okay, we'll leave that. That's perfectly fine.
Okay, well look, maps have come in, the selections are done, the bans and the picks. So Mirage we go to first. Exciting map, but overall. What are your thoughts on that, Herald, from those map selections?
I'm thinking that it needs to be a Train win from Prophecy if they want to win this series. If they lose Train, it could all spiral out of control, Tom. So Mirage, they're going to struggle on against Epsilon, unless they can get the AWP rolling fast. Overall, I think this gives us a very good series to look at. But certain maps need to be won by Prophecy.
Okay, so
3 maps to be specific.
Well, of course, but that key map Train, otherwise it could be, you're predicting like a 3-0? Is that what you're predicting?
No.
You're not predicting it, but if they don't win Train, you could see it being all over at the end of Overpass.
I could potentially
Oh, he doesn't like being pushed. He doesn't like being pushed.
Doesn't like being pressured, Tom. No one does. No one likes being pressured.
Some people can handle the pressure, and I hope one of these teams can. Csgo, what do you make from those map selections? As you would have predicted, but who do you think might just edge it here?
I feel like it favours Epsilon. I honestly don't. I don't think Train is as strong for Prophecy as they might feel it is. Obviously, they beat Envy on it, which is fine. Like I feel like that was a very deflated Envy side anyway. Like they didn't seem like they were the same as what we saw in the regular season. Like VKL was a strong performer for them, and that map I think he had 5 kills. It was a bit of an anomaly, really. Like, it wasn't the same team that they beat in the regular season, whatever. So if it favours Epsilon, I feel quite strongly. And
if I was to just push you, I'm not going to use pressure on you, Csgo. Yeah. You're a nice guy, unlike Herald. I'd like to put a bit of pressure on him. Both lovely guys. What do you reckon for map 1? What would be your prediction of Mirage?
I feel like Mirage will be quite close. That's the map I actually feel like Prophecy need to win rather than Train. I feel like it's more of a mixed, like both teams have played it quite a lot. They both seem quite strong. Quick said it was their best map, but I think that's just because they played it quite a lot. So I think it'll be like quite a close match, but I feel like Epsilon will take it.
Okay, well he can handle the pressure. Herald, what are you saying for this one on this first map, Mirage?
I am going to predict Epsilon.
Epsilon, there we go. Okay, there are the predictions. He's just copied Csgo. Listen, what I'm going to do right now is take a little walk. I love this little walk. Oh, hang on, a little bit of cramp, Ooh. We're easing up, we're fine. Snods, lovely to see you, Jackie. It is very exciting. Yes. We're in the final. How are you, gentlemen, seeing this one going?
Expecting a 3-1 to Epsilon. Obviously, Prophecy, I said it last week, they shouldn't be winning versus Envyus Academy, but they managed to pull through. Who knows, maybe they can have the upset, but it's looking unlikely.
Okay, and what about yourself, Jackie? These very strong teams, that's why they're in the final. final. No Envyus, but it's still going to be a cracking final, right?
Yeah, it should be a really good one, right? Are we going to see the slobber knocker? Potentially, but we've got to ease ourselves into it.
I've timed it as a minute, not even a minute, for you to
fire
out
in
a
there
slobber
early.
knocker.
I've got a quota now if I don't beat it, you know.
Okay, sponsored by Slobber Knockers R Us or
limited.
Other slogans are available.
Other slogans. Now, Jackie, I'm going to put you on the spot as well, like I did with Herald and SEO. Mirage, first map. Who do you think might just edge this one?
To be honest, I think Epsilon are going to be able to take the edge here and be able to get Mirage under their belt straight away. But if that does occur, it's going to leave Prophecy in a bit of a sour state. They need to try and open up huge on Mirage, really bring all their effort in early. If they get the opening map, I don't even think just because Valavito's gone. I think just in a mental factor, Prophecy might be able to get the edge and leave Epsilon a little bit upset about themselves.
Yeah, now, Snoz, I saw SEO was chatting to Quicks last night, getting all the intel and all the information. Whether he uses it wisely is up to him. But what about yourself on this?
You want some inside information?
Well, why not? SEO.
Okay, a little bit. As the vetoes have already gone through, actually, I believe Prophecy said last night they were hoping that, of course, Epsilon were going to ban Inferno, and then that way they could ban Nuke or vice versa. Or if Epsilon banned Nuke, they could then ban one of the maps that Epsilon are good on. But in fact, actually, Epsilon, they went for the ban on Cobblestone, one of Prophecy's best maps. So actually, in terms of the veto, I definitely think the Epsilon side maybe took this one. Of course, across the 5 maps, we're speaking specifically about Mirage. I don't know, 16-12 maybe to Epsilon. But I think Prophecy might take Train. I think it will be 3-1, but who knows? Okay, well, listen, Snards, Jackie, I'll leave it in your capable hands. I always say that, but I know it's factual, so I can. I'll leave it with you for Mirage.
Nice. So, obviously, a huge grand final we have on the card. So, you got the underdog storyline where Prophecy were able to work their way through. They take down Envyus and they finally make it into this grand final spot. But it's against Epsilon, the team that was always kind of a bit of a mixed bag. You never know how they're going to perform because they are a team, but structurally, they play very differently.
That's the thing, right? Last week when we were casting, was it Prophecy versus Envyus Academy, the fact that it was a 14-3 lead, a map advantage as well. Envyus Academy, they were so close, 2 rounds away from being in the grand finals this week, but actually somehow, some way, they managed to concede 15 rounds in a row and lose it in overtime. And simply put, is Epsilon going to be a team like that can give away such big advantages and leads? Potentially not. Obviously, Envyus Academy, they let it slip. They thought they had the game in the bag. That's why they were laughing, playing aggressive, taking so many risks. The problem was those risks created space for Prophecy, and Prophecy capitalized off of that.
Yeah, it's true. They can't find any little cracks here. If there's any weak spots in the defense for Epsilon, that's where Prophecy are going to be able to capitalize early. Mirage is a map as well that is quite a level playing field. I think that's fair to say. It's in both their map pools. Both of the teams enjoy playing it. We've seen some good stuff from either one of them, but it just depends who's able to show up big today. Now, Arch is one of the players I'm going to be looking quite heavily on for the side of Prophecy.
For me, it's Arch and Call off the Prophecy side, and then for Epsilon, of course, Freddy B, especially on Mirage as well. This is his home ground. He's so strong on this map. And of course, you know, you've got to talk about the AWPers on this map. Smoothie and Kolo also players to look out for.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. Now, Freddy B, over on that side of Epsilon, he has been huge throughout the entire tournament. Statistically, he's up there with the best of them, right? And he's been doing damage. All eyes have been on Freddy B throughout the duration of the Elite Series. Now, we're getting into Mirage as the opening map. As you said, this is a map where he can really run wild, but especially on that CT half. That's where he does a lot of damage, incredibly effective. He's been able to shut teams down single-handedly towards A site.
Exactly. Underneath balcony, he plays this angle so well. Doesn't overface, doesn't overpeak. Has good counter grenade usage as well. Nevertheless, we're going to the first round of the finals between Prophecy and Epsilon. Epsilon right now starting on the CT side. Maeve, of course, the support player right now for Epsilon. Could be buying the smoke and diffuse kit. Fortis a Kevlar as well across the board. It's already looking like Prophecy holding out here. They're holding for aggression from Epsilon. They're expecting the push.
See that early play coming in as they do want to try and go for the information peak towards mid. Barbar going to be the one scoping it out. No one is there just yet, but he will hear a little bit of info of that nade going off.
Smee as well. John spotting towards window. Spots the players under pass. Goes for the peak towards middle. Just destroys that player there. Quicks is down.
Yeah, Quick's going down early. Could leave them in a bit of a deficit. They try and take their reply through connector here as they sprint in, but they're not ready for this crossfire. They extend too far into it. Smooya looking so crisp already into the grand finals. He will find a nice hat trick into the round. Everyone is going down the side of Prophecy. Maeve and Barbo will take the final 2 frags, and Epsilon open up with an absolute banger on the pistol.
This is scary right now for Prophecy. Any game where Smoothie has a good start, he's a momentum-based player. He's someone where if he gets the early lead, 5-0, 7-0, you're almost certain he's going to be finishing off that game. Top kills across the board, and maybe even the 30 bomb. Nevertheless, though, goes into round number 2. Epsilon pick up the pistol. Prophecy only able to get 1 kill there towards CT. The buyers come in. It's going to be the force buy there from Prophecy. Obviously, not getting the bomb down in the first round means they can't save this one. Buy to the next one. They're going to be forcing it.
Freddy B. Just going to to go for the old risky play. It's so smart to do this. Just charge up mid, farm a ridiculous amount of money off the back of the MP7 as well. Prophecy, they're now going to be scared that through the duration of these rounds, there's always the chance for Freddy B going for that push towards mid.
Look at the individual skill across the board in Epsilon so far. Smooya and Freddy B, they're looking crisp. And those are the players you want to really be stepping up as you go into round number 3. It's going to be a 2-0 advantage now. Clean round as well there from Epsilon on their CT side, which means if they can do it again now versus the full eco, that Prophecy going to be bringing to the table. Should be a good scenario here for Epsilon to stack up as much cash as possible.
So then, slowly developing this one. You want to see what Prophecy are going to do. This is the final round before they will be able to get those buys out and step up to the mark, and the real game will begin. Maeve actually going to go for the play here as well. Farm up that cash. He will get another double kill quite easily.
It's important as well. It's on the SMG. That's $1,200 into the bank of Maeve. Freddy B as well. The MP7 putting up players there towards middle. We saw him get a 3K in the last one. Can he do it again?
He's trying to just force the play really here from Prophecy as Barbar actually connects that headshot as well. Takes down Flea. Freddy B just going to respond. Does sprint up towards top mid. Will get one. And Cosme will actually claim the second. So they've got through all 3 of those rounds. Really restricted on casualties. They're farming a good amount of cash.
Yep.
But this is where things need to change.
Yep. Decision right now for Epsilon on their CT side going to the first bar, and after winning the pistol, do they carry forward the upgraded pistols, the upgraded SMGs? You can see already Maeve disregards his UMP, puts it to the floor, but actually Freddy B will be sticking to his MP7. Actually, no, so he'd rather have a UMP over a FAMAS. No, as I said, again, Caster's Curse, he will be picking that FAMAS back up. Smooth again goes for the mid. Actually fails. It's the first time I've seen him for that one in a while. But anyway, right now it's Caller holding for the mid aggression, and Smooth might peek right into Caller's scope.
Yeah, if he overextends, the smart read from Prophecy here, they know there's been a couple of pushes towards mid, hold for the aggression, and try and take it down early. So if he does crop into his crosshairs, he will be going down.
There you have it. Smooth doesn't overface, and he gets the first kill. 3-0 in terms of round, and already Smooth's aggressive warp finds the first pick. It's going to be the 5 versus 4 now, man advantage for the CT side of the bomb. Going to be going back towards T-spawn. They have quicks here towards Big, but he has no utility. He can't sell a fake with a Molotov towards Van, a smoke towards Balcony. Instead, all he has is his raw aim to try and sell and force a rotation for Epsilon back towards B. But actually, the bomb, you can see, rather tentative now going back towards that B bomb site. Flea, if he has a smoke and a flashbang, he could try and mimic a fake.
Maeve is going to be crucial for the defense towards that B-bomb site as well. He's just trying to fly around here, make his presence known, and possibly plant a seed of doubt in the mind of the Prophecy players, so Quicks won't be as aggressive and decisive in his attack. Maeve could be incredibly useful here.
Caller has the scope as well. If Maeve peeks, he'll go down surely. The man advantage right now for Epsilon, and 40 seconds left. Prophecy going to be ending now towards the B-bomb site.
Cosme and Maeve, this dynamic duo, but can they stop the play from Prophecy? They don't either get in the opening round. Let's see as the push will come in. The opening headshots there from Maeve. Maeve doing damage right now as he gets the double kill. Cosme as well going to find one. Everything that Prophecy had into that round has gone for them now. It's just Flea remaining. He's got an AK, but he's left essentially just trapped miles away from everything.
Surely they knew Quicks was on balcony. They heard him, sorry, Maeve. Surely they knew. Quicks was there. He saw him shooting off. And unfortunately for him, he didn't actually expect Maeve to stay there. He thought he fell back. Nevertheless, though, it's going to go 4-0, and just before the timer runs out, eventually, Flea will go down, so he still will get the round loss bonus. Nevertheless, there's going to be a weak buy here for the T side as we're going to round number 5. It's a 4-0 advantage for Epsilon already, as they're looking confident on Mirage.
Yeah, this was nice as well from May. Played it smart, was able to find those frags. Arch did get the info about it, but just couldn't take the frag, couldn't pick it up. So Prophecy really left in a bit of a bad spot.
Only person that's died right now on the CT side is Cosme. Calais the only player on the Prophecy side after 4 rounds that has a kill. Such one-sided, stark contrasts in terms of the different lineups right now. Prophecy, they have to wake up soon. We saw them lose the first map on Envyus, versus Envyus, sorry. Then bring it back in the second and third, but this time, will Epsilon give them as much room? Anyway, this execution towards B, can they get the bomb down?
Epsilon just team with confidence right now as the push is going to be coming in this double up setup as well, so they have so much range to play with. Barbar will find one as Kolor goes down. Smooth trying to connect the second, but he couldn't quite do it. It is just going to be the tag on towards Calais for now, but they have that utility. They can take this round as slowly as they like and just find the frags. Barbar doing all the work right now as it's just him finding the triple kill. Quicks remaining, but he's trapped. They will be able to find that frag to get through it with still no casualties into these rounds.
Does land the dink, but nevertheless it's going to go to 5-0. Only one player dying so far on that CT side for Epsilon. And they're looking so confident right now. As we go into round number 6, their money as well. Their CT bank will be strong. You can already see 12,000 out to Cosme. 11,000, 10,000 on Barbar. Prophecy, if they want a chance of breaking the CT economy, they have to win 3 on the trot as a bare minimum at that point. Can they do it? Anyway, it's going to be the single upset right now for the T side, 4 AKs with Prophecy. But now Barbar can be bringing up to the party into the second buy round here. Prophecy, they need an advantage, but already Smooths up again, aggressive towards middle. Will find the first kill. Remainder of the T side towards A.
And Maeve completely disrupts everything Prophecy were trying here once again as well. He's able to go for the arch. Well, he finds the headshot. Swap is ridiculous from Maeve as he gets that triple kill. Beautiful spray down, leaving it all in the hands of Fleeve. Final person remaining for that T side, but once again, he's dead. Epsilon just winning it off the back of the opening few seconds of the rounds, continuously pushing and blowing everyone away.
6-0 now. Only 2 players have actually fallen so far from Epsilon. Nearly a clean sweep here so far. Their money is in such good position throughout the latter portions of this first half. Anyway, though, it's going to be the buy coming from Prophecy. The force buy at that. Wow, they're taking a big risk here. No bomb planted, which means you can see Colot deducted down to a CZ. No AWP for him. Fairly light utility as well, but nevertheless, Prophecy going to go for the 4 AK buy. Smear once again towards Millie. Found the first kill twice in these buy rounds. Question is, can you do it for a 3rd time? Or Prophecy get 3rd time lucky?
Smear trying to reposition, but he's still finding the frags. He's bounced someone down as well, trying to spot out Arch as he knows someone's pushing through, but Arch actually finds the frag towards Cosmine. There is a response from Freddy B as he's holding this choke point so dearly. He actually gets the 2nd frag as well. That's critical to the round that he was able to find that kill, leaving it all in the hands of Kolor. He has to backtrack, recover the bomb, then decide how he wants to take his approach to the round. It's a 1 versus 3 with 1 minute and 10 left.
Issue here as well for Kolor. You can't really do too much economic damage. Epsilon have so much money in their bank right now. 1 minute left to play. It has a smoke, the bomb, and an AK, which was retrieved before the corpse of his fellow teammate. Push coming in from A towards middle. They know he's gone back towards B or towards the A site, and right now he's going to be challenging Barbar's AWP. Coming from Palace, though, could be the unexpected angle. Try and catch Barbar's AWP off guard. Question is the Swedish captain in IGL ready for this?
Let's see. As this push is going to be coming out, Barbar with the AWP should be scoped in, should find the frag fairly easily. Actually does go down. Kolor connects the spray. And he will bound across the bomb site as well. Get it planted. The nades are roaming in, but they're not actually connecting towards him just yet. So doesn't lose too much HP. Takes the aggressive face as well. He's actually got quite a lot of confidence into this round. He's hoping to connect the shots. But he goes down. Unfortunately, Smooth just going to wallbang him and eliminate him.
Once again, though, the T side here, sorry, the CT side from Epsilon, Smooth able to get the first kill. 3 rounds on the trot. 3 buy rounds at that, and all towards middle as well. That's the thing that's crazy. First time he pushed aggressively, got that first kill on the rifle towards middle. The second time he made the short jump. When they smoked mid, they weren't expecting the AWP to be able to see through the gap there in the short smoke. And then for a 3rd time towards window, someone just peeking into a scope and giving away the first kill. Sloppy, undisciplined plays right now from the T side. Prophecy, the international lineup right now, showing cracks and crevices on the T assaults towards these sites. Nevertheless, they can be grouping up now towards A. Barbar again with the AWP this time. Different poison, but still, the AWP in play across the board.
Barbar has been very effective with the weapon as well. Let's see if that will occur into this round as he sets himself up, waits for the push to come in as he's lying in wait, but unfortunately he will miss the opening shot. It gives them the breathing room they need to actually gain map control, block off some line of sights, and try and take the fights towards the CTs. Calais with the connector push works out fantastically before he's traded out by Freddy B with a nice headshot.
4 versus 4 now. Smokes gonna block off Barbar's vision. Oh, there you have it. The flick from Kolor as well. Gonna leave the man advance run out for Prophecy. Finally the charge into this round, but through the smoke, Maeve. He connects. The bomb is down. The retake shall begin now for Epsilon. Can Prophecy hold off in the alpha bar right now? Epsilon, good utility and kits. It's going to be a contested one.
This is the best situation Prophecy have had throughout the game so far, and you can see they're trying to rotate round with Arch as well, so he can try and hold the bomb from short. This is smart play. He just needs to get there in time. The push will be coming through. Kolor has to try and stay alive. He goes down. They have another player just waiting towards Palace, though. It's going to be Quicks, and Arch has done all the damage as well. Quicks can just slow walk out now and find the frags. Maeve might get it. He's going to try and defuse with the smoke. Quicks, though, not actually connecting just yet. He's still alive, Snot. He's got the kit as well. He can get the defuse. Quicks will take him down, but it's too late. The defuse comes through. Epsilon keep their undefeated streak.
Unfortunate there. Quick's unable to connect the AK spray through the smoke onto the player defusing as well. As Fleeve, Maeve managing to catch him through the smoke there as he planted front triple. And that plant was so good as well. If you get the front triple plant on triple, you can plant for ramp, jungle, connector. And that's why you saw Arch go for the long rotation back around. It was so successful. We found 2 kills from that, catching Epsilon off guard, but nevertheless, they still have the advantage 8-0.
Oh, Freddy B continuously going for the mid pushes as he gets the triple kill. Sprays his way for everyone. Freddy B is doing damage tonight as the push is coming in towards B as well. Maeve still connecting these crisp headshots. Absolute killing machine.
This is ridiculous right now. Freddy B, deemed and seen as the best player in the Elite Series. And right now, he's giving you a true display of why he's held that highly. His individual aim, his spray, his positioning as well is so crisp. You can see he goes for the aggressive plays, but here's the backup of his teammates. They're smooth towards window. Counter flashes as well. You saw the T's, they walked into the crossfire there from Epsilon, and they got melted from the M4 there from Freddy B. Right now the default coming from Prophecy. Finally more of a slow round. Epsilon have been playing so aggressive towards all the portions of the map. Prophecy going for the split default, trying to see if there's any aggression right now from the CT side, but you can see they have an 8-round advantage, and they're expecting something slow from Prophecy right now on the T side, so why would you give them the advantage? And there you have it. Kolo with the AWP trying to work the map and float around it, trying to find the first kill, but Maeve capitalizes. He can even get a second as well.
We're going to see if he can actually connect that second flag as the push is coming towards him. Quick's just toying with him a little bit. Actually doesn't realize Cosmin was on the sideline though. And takes him down. So it's just one AK and 2 deagles right into the side of Prophecy as their players are still dropping as well. Freddy B takes down Arch and they're left in a bit of a sour spot.
They are indeed. Kala down Fleeve in the 2 versus 5. But now Fleeve left alone. Freddy B is low, Maeve is low as well. But unfortunately for him, he's faced by Barber. And Barber has full HP and lands the headshot as well. 10-0 now. As we go into round number 11, Prophecy. They had chances to win it. They had the afterplants. They've had advantages in some scenarios, but nevertheless, the aggression has always been won by Epsilon.
Yeah. Epsilon, doesn't matter if it's in the early round or the late game, they're still playing with confidence in every situation. That's just what's winning against Prophecy, right?
What's weird as well is the fact we haven't seen a pause.
Yeah.
You know, once you go 6-0 down, you lose 2 buy rounds, take a pause, change something because you've tried 2 different things. None of them have worked. So right now, Smooth changing up his angle once again. He's played towards short, he's played towards Delpan, he's played towards connector, window, and now he's close towards A-ramp. The question is, does Fleeve walk into Smooth's crosshair and give away the advantage once again? Anyway, the default coming for Prophecy. They're holding for the aggression once again. This time, though, what are they going to do? Will they lose players in the first 30 seconds? Which has been happening so often on this first map. And remember, already Epsilon, they're the ones challenging Prophecy. They're the ones pushing, forcing Prophecy onto their back heels. And they have the momentum in their grasp. The question is, can Prophecy loosen the grasp that Epsilon have managed to grip around their neck and try and get back into this one?
Yeah, they need to try and get loose here at this point, reset themselves and work back into this round. They've got a lot of mid-control though. Epsilon just holding for the choke point pushes right now and seeing if they can actually get through their numbers when they go for the split push towards the A-bomb site. Calais needs to be vital to the round. If he can take down Freddy B, it would put them in a good position. Freddy B now aware of his location though, as the hot flash did go out and the push hasn't come in just yet, so they're not distracted.
40 seconds left. Barbar crucial now towards jungle. Prophecy, they look at Maeve. He's pushed all the way through B. Prophecy, they held for the pushes, but not long enough. Arch gets caught off guard. Already the man advantage for Epsilon.
Yeah, they weren't ready for the push from behind. Maeve, though, not expecting Fleeve to be holding towards Connected, so he does go down. Fleeve trying to continue his rampage in towards the site. There's 2 angles being held there. The crossfire will reign supreme as the CTs go huge spear as well. Juicy flick. And they get another round on the board.
That's the issue. No map control taken there from Prophecy across the map. You know Maeve has been pushing so much towards B apartments. If you just simply flash over, Molotov off towards van, smoke towards balcony, use your grenade, show presence towards B, that will basically, what's the word I'm looking for here? Put off Maeve from pushing and make him more apprehensive to push towards B. Obviously, if he expects someone staying there, holding the angle, if they have shown presence, then maybe he wouldn't push, but nevertheless, they're Prophecy. They've had enough of the slow defaults. They're playing this one fast and they're rushing towards B.
The Molotov going to come in as well, though. Their feet are going to be getting pretty hot right now as they run straight through. The nade also doing incredible damage. Maeve, he's hungry for the ace right now as he rips his way through all of them. It's the ace for Maeve, and still an undefeated streak for Epsilon.
They had armor, scouts, tech 9s, and there you have it. The Kevlar, and the fact they grouped together simply wasn't enough for Maeve there. Good utility usage as well. You see him transporting towards apartments, playing the anti-eco setup, chucks out the molly, chucks out the HE as well. Good use of his utility. And that counters the quasi-buy from Prophecy. Nevertheless, though, going to go to the full one. Kolo and Arch warding the AWPs now. Kolo towards A, and Arch going to go towards B. They're splitting up the orbs, trying to see if they can scout across the whole map and get their first kill. But already, Freddy B gets spotted, but Kolo doesn't quite land the kill. It's 12-0 right now. Prophecy unable to pick up 1 round so far on the T side of Mirage.
This isn't great as well. because we just know how effective Epsilon can be on their T-half. That's where they're still going to play with the same sort of style. They don't try and taper off. They still play with aggression. So Prophecy, they really need to try and find themselves some kind of buffer, even just a few rounds. Give yourself any bit of momentum to play with, because right now, Smooya is still playing aggressively, finds the early frag, will fall back, just hold the contact angle.
Prophecy right now setting up for the A split here. Smoke comes out towards short, but nevertheless though, you can do all the smokes and utility you want, but it all comes down to kills, and already Epsilon have the 3-man advantage.
This is just dominant stuff. Kolor and Arch, the final remaining players, all they have are these orbs. They're struggling, but they actually do find one kill. Kolor will take down Barbara after a late reaction there. Arch as well, shooting away, sniping. With good marksmanship from top mid, but he unfortunately will be pushed by Freddy B and go down.
Question is run out for Prophecy. Do you pause, talk about things? You're 13-0 down, or do you simply think about the next map? Do you already have Train in your minds? Because right now it's not looking too good. Round number 14 and Prophecy unable to pick up a round so far. Gonna go for the force by though. So far, 1 AK. Galil there onto Kale, UMP onto Quicks. Arch hasn't bought just yet. Still in T-spawn, eventually we'll get an AK, but no head armor for him. 2 AKs, Galil, UMP, and CZ versus the full buy of utility kits as well from Epsilon. Prophecy right stacking outside here. They're lining up their smokes. They're getting ready to execute and commit towards the A side. But Freddy B and Barbar now as well, they've been so fundamental towards this A side. The question is, can they finally break them?
Push is going to be coming in. They are ready for this. Barbar and Freddy B, they're in their signature locations as well. This is where Freddy B normally goes huge nods. We know how effective he can be. He's finding the frags, but Kali will take him down. Barbar's ready for it to try and respond towards the player. Trapped at Sandwich. Kali is actually doing work. Quicks comes in from the rear as well. There's potential. Quicks left in a 1 versus 2. He can take both of these fights of 1 versus 1s here.
He's been spotted there by Maeve towards short. Has the UMP, no utility as well. Has Kevlar helmet, but the UMP is going to struggle versus the Emperor of Maeve, but he actually catches him off guard. Eventually will land the kill. And now he can retrieve the M4, has the upgrade of firepower. But there's one person I know that I wouldn't want to be in versus a clutch. It's Owen Butterfield. Smoothing himself right now in the 1 versus 1 versus Quicks, trying to see if he can keep hold of the clean sweep so far for Epsilon and make it 14-0, expecting the push there towards CT. And it seems like a good read.
Yeah, the round is firmly in their favor right now. All he's got to do is just hold with the orb, find the frag, and he will connect the shot as well. Smooth reading him like a book as he takes down Quicks, and they continue their dominant scoreline.
He's so good in those 1 versus 1s. His instinct there just telling him where Quicks is. And there you have it, 14-0 now going into the final round of the first half. Prophecy unable to even pick up 1 round. 2 orbs again here from Epsilon. It's definitely been paying them dividends so far. Orb towards A from Barbar and Smooth is roaming the map towards B short, towards Miller, towards Connected, towards A. Anywhere he is, Prophecy just get absolutely demolished. And now he makes a short jump once again. But actually, Prophecy, they've tried towards the A so many times to get decimated by Freddy B. This time, though, they're picking their poison towards the B site. Maeve has been strong. But let's see if he eventually will give up. It's going to be 4 plays here towards the B site. And through the wallbang there, through the wood pallet. Cosmeed, I've never casted a game where that's happened before. And already the luck is shining right now for Prophecies. They got a man down again. The 5 versus 4, 1-20, and Prophecy off the back of losing a man towards B. They're going to be changing their angle of attack.
Yeah, they need to try and quickly adapt because of this. It's a weird spanner that's been thrown into the works as they resituate. They go towards the aggressive play, down mid, and see if they can actually overpower Smooth. They are attacking him down low as well, so he can't effectively peek into this. He knows he's being left very squishy in this scenario, but the push is coming round. Barbar will claim 1 kill. Fleeve returns it as well as takes down Cosmean. It's still a 4 versus 3, but it gets worse by the second. Prophecy, they are losing manpower here.
2 versus 3 man advantage here for Epsilon. They know exactly where Smooth is towards window. Fleeve there will challenge him out, but has no head armor, no Kevlar. Eventually he will go down. And there you have it, 15-0. My goodness. I thought the only 16-0 we would have would have been, of course, it was Prophecy as well, actually. Prophecy versus Envyus Academy, but it's looking like Prophecy are going to have 2 16-0s potentially in the Elite Series.
It's very possible, shaping up like that. All they have to do is win the opening pistol round, and we know how amazing a lot of these players are on the side of Epsilon can be in pistols.
Oh yeah, of course. We saw what happened on the first one as well. Smooth, clinical aim, surgical as well. Able to line up those heads and destroy players with those pistols. His individual skill, his aim, his instinct, his movement, everything is making him to basically look like he's shaping up to be a star on the international stage. And this right now, the Gfinity Elite Series final is just the stepping stones towards that.
Yeah, That's true. He's really just asserting his dominance in a lot of these rounds. It's been a good display, though, from everyone that needs to step up on that side of Epsilon. They've all come to fruition. They've really started laying down the groundwork, and Prophecy just can't get the momentum they need. You see small moments of individual performance with Color, players like that, Quick see themselves in good scenarios, but it's too thick and far between.
It's too late as well. We see nice shots coming out from players, but the problem is they're in 2 versus 4s, 1 versus 3s, 1 versus 4s. We need to see some shining plays from players when the rounds are actually at the start of it, and it has an advantage for them. Nevertheless, though, Epsilon now on the T side as they're going to be grouping up towards B. They're going to go for the old B push here with a flashbang over Flea, about to be tested. He's joined the team late, but right now he has to be on time and deliver for the side of Prophecy.
Push is coming in. This round is so crucial here. It decides the fate of Prophecy in the opening map as they are going to be pushing their way in. Flea gets one. Smooya does damage though. Smooya, it's a double kill. Triple kill. I think kill comes out from Maeve as well. He'll connect that headshot back towards Kolo. Freddy B runs straight through Calais. Snods. It looks like this is going to be Epsilon grabbing map 1 with a clean 16-0.
This is the first time I've ever casted a game that's 16-0 as well. Never thought it'd be in the final of the Elite Series stage. Nevertheless, their Prophecy, they got 16-0'd in regulation, and it's happening again. Is this a sign of potentially weak mental fortitude when things go south? But of course, Arch in the 1 versus 4 picks up 1. Freddy B is low, and actually, if he lines him up as well, there's a chance.
Oh, Arch is doing damage. Oh, so close there, but Epsilon will get it. They're able to stomp out the fire that was Arch. He started to step up to the mark, but unfortunately, couldn't quite do it. So they do close out 16-0 is the first map. I think if you blinked, you would have missed that entire game.
Exactly. You would have missed it. I didn't actually think the analysis test segment would be longer than the actual game.
Yeah.
16-0. And there you have it. It's going to go all of Epsilon's way. No round really being too contested. I think the closest round we had was a 2 versus 1. And even, oh, sorry, the 1 versus 1 was smooth, but apart from that, all the rounds, the other 14 rounds were very lopsided and in favor of Epsilon.
Yeah, it's crazy as well. Epsilon now only needed to get 2 more maps to actually close up and pick out the title and be able to lock it down. So exciting stuff, but even more exciting stuff to come. So why don't we go over to Mr. Exciting himself, Tom Deacon.
Ah, thank you so much. Jackie, Snods, who saw that coming, hey? A 16-0 on the first map, Mirage. And we definitely said beforehand, Csgo, they needed to start strong. That £40,000 is just that ever so much slightly closer to Epsilon.
Yeah, I don't think anybody could have predicted another 16-0 for Prophecy to lose, to be honest. It was honestly just, it looks incredibly one-sided. Like, I don't think there's much that we can look at, because it just felt like there wasn't much of a fight, really.
Yeah. Could this be one of the most interesting tactics here? Prophecy have already lost. The only teams have lost 16-0 in this Elite Series. They've done it again. Now will they be hoping that Epsilon will come out overconfident, or is that just the way the cookie crumbled today?
I think this is a very bad start for Prophecy. The ideal thing for them would be for them to this to be a kick up the proverbial rear end for them to wake up and play their game now, because this is a very, very bad start. They're going to have to wake up in this next game if they want even a chance.
Okay, well, I tell you what, I know that we will have to talk about this a lot more, so we'll have some more analysis on map 1 when we return. Epsilon taking a 1-0 lead.
Okay, we are 1 map down. The players are going to have a little break, stretch their legs, warm up their hands, cool down their hands. I don't know exactly what they do. Tom, Csgo, and Harold will be back. Jackie is joining me on the sofa right now because there's been a lot going on sort of outside of the game, outside the Elite Series. There's a lot of, we call it sort of like a transfer rumours. I don't know anything about football, but here we go. Now, I have the gossip on the piece of paper in front of me, Jackie. There's a few things that have changed within the teams of this Elite Series. Am I correct?
Yeah, there's been a bit of a UK shuffle going on again. So it's, it's like a big game of musical chairs, but no one wins. So
yeah. All right, so we can now confirm that Pickles, one of my favourites, is or has left Endpoint. That is sort of his tweet that went out this week. How are we feeling about that? How are we feeling about Endpoint losing Pickles?
Obviously, it's a bit of a weird change that sort of came into the mix. I think they did want to try and keep Charlie on, obviously work with him. He's sort of, he's a good brand. It's a good hire to have on your team, the old Pickle Man.
Pickle Man!
Yeah, so a bit of a shame there, obviously, for the fans that did enjoy seeing Pickles around, popping heads at the Elite Series. But I think there's always going to be more from Pickles to come. He'll definitely find himself a new home. He'll continue improving on himself. It's always sort of been his drive. But that endpoint cap's really big, one of the bigger ones. I think it's them and Envyus that have made the most changes, really. And you can see how the only two players they actually have left now are Imi and Mighty Max. So left themselves in a bit of a weird spot.
Very weird. Now, and we can go on to Method. Now we have Weber that will be leaving Method or has left Method. Do you think that is a big loss for them?
Oh, definitely. See, this is the thing. Like, a lot of people don't realise with Weber as well, he's probably the best individual talent that the UK scene sort of produced back in the day. Unreal in terms of mechanics. Like, always been the best in terms of his mechanical skill. He can do things that a lot of players will struggle to be able to do, and he can do it 100 times in a row. He can do mid jumps that are just so hard and be able to do it consistently. So it's such a shame that Weber's never really been able to find himself back at the sort of the top of the scene that he was in Counter-Strike Source. So a massive loss for Method. Be interesting to see where he actually goes next.
And we also have lost Stanley from Method as well. I feel like there's a lot of people switching and changing. I think within the Elite Series, we kind of took from Hoodlum that he was most definitely leaving. He did not shy away from that at all.
Yeah.
Now, do you think going forward, is there any players that you think should join?
Ooh.
Players that you know?
What, come into the Elite Series? It's interesting. There's a lot of good talent in the UK scene that we haven't seen for a while. There's actually a couple of older players that have sort of, taken a step back. If there would going to be a couple of players I'd like to see your Bathums coming in. Bit of Bathum, that'd be good. And the return of Release would be huge.
Ooh, I like that. Bit of Bathum and return of Release. Alliteration. I like it. Jackie, thank you. That's it. Bit of CSGO gossip for you there. Done. I'm going to miss Hoodlum. Can't lie.
Right then, here we are. It's the Gfinity Elite Series CSGO final, and here we have it. Epsilon taking a very commanding, catastrophic, very damaging 16-0 win. That is a whitewash. It is the second one of the Elite Series for Prophecy. What is quite interesting, I noticed, the Epsilon boys got out of their seats, went and enjoyed themselves, a couple of high fives. The Prophecy boys stayed in their seats. Now, that could be quite interesting. Maybe they want to just get their heads down and go, right, that is not how we play CSGO. We didn't even get one round there. And the eco should be, the money, the economics are stacked in our favour. We should have at least run round 6, maybe, but it's happened, 16-0. What do Prophecy do now to get back into this?
It's kind of hard to recover from a 16-0. Like, I've been on the receiving end of it myself. It's usually you need your captain or your in-game lead to step up at that point. They want you to kind of be there. Forget about the map. Like, forget it. It doesn't actually matter. It's a best of 5.
Yeah.
One map's gone. That's fine. We can still win this. However, obviously, if they just sat in their seats, you're wondering where's that leadership gone? Like, who's there to actually pick them up in this case? If they stay like that, there's no hope for them.
Yeah, but it's such a strong, dominant performance from Epsilon. Did they put a foot wrong? Was it they were just that much better, or was it Prophecy just not playing as well as we know they can do?
Well, it's almost impossible to analyse that kind of a situation. It's just when you're getting beaten down every single round, and you could say, well, this is what they did right, or this is what. There's so many mistakes that come into a loss like that it's just heartbreaking, to say the least. Economy-wise, they played well. They played to get the money up, so they had rifle rounds. They weren't forcing every round. They weren't causing themselves problems. They just weren't winning rounds. There was a couple of rounds where there was a chance. There was maybe 1 or 2, but overall, they just were outplayed massively.
Yeah, if they'd have got that one round, it may have given them the confidence. What happened in round 6 that you wanted to highlight, SEO?
Yeah, I felt like this round kind of told the tale of the entire game. Like, the first 5 rounds, it kind of went in about 5 minutes. It was very clear that Epsilon was the stronger side. But this round, it just felt there wasn't much hope for them. Like, Maeve's not been a very standout player for Epsilon so far this season. He's probably been the bottom of all their players so far. But see him performing like this, there's no way he should be getting 3 kills in that situation. It just shouldn't happen. It kind of just felt like, seeing that happen, you're kind of like, there's no way for them to succeed in this situation. It just kind of felt like that was it for them, really.
Yeah, well, we spoke about Fleeve before we started, getting some very, very dominant frags in previous weeks, but what happened to him? He just wasn't there today.
It felt like most of them were not there. I think at half, it was the highest kills was 5, switching. I think they only had the first kill. I think they had 1 kill in the first 5 rounds, which it's just not good enough, really.
Yeah.
there's losing 16-0 where everybody's kind of playing poorly. Like that's 54 ADR is still actually okay considering they got 16-0'd. Like that's not actually that bad, but you know, purely on the stats side, 5 kills.
I mean, the elite rating under 2. That is using all the utilities, the situational play that you have. Normally, your average is about 12 or 14. You know, like pushing towards better stats. They're quite poor at the moment. I mean, they've sat there, they've sat in the chair, they'll have a word with themselves and come out swinging, hopefully, for Train. But not an easy map to go straight back into. It's not a Puggy-style game, map that you can really showcase your skills. They have to be a team and they have to be a unit now.
It is kind of different in the sense that it's a bit of a slower map. Like, you don't actually need to force things as much. Like, you can play quite passive. That's probably something they kind of need right now. Like, it felt like that map was done. Like, every round was finished within the first minute. And with Train, they can kind of slow it down, maybe take it a lot slower, wait for Epsilon to try and force something. They need to kind of just pace themselves, like try and play at their own tempo rather than let Epsilon dictate it, technically.
I guess they need one round, definitely, to start that run, because when they do go on a run, they really can be quite a dominant side, as we saw last week against Envyus. They beat the favourites for this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, we know that they have the skill, we know they have the ability. It's whether they're able to recover from that game. Really, that's going to be the only obstacle now. And even if they do manage to recover from that game, they still got 16-0'd. You know, they still didn't get a single round. So how big does that recovery have to be? They don't only have to recover from being 16-0, they have to recover and improve to be able to come back into the second map and somehow hope to take 16 rounds, which is an infinite amount more than they've already taken. You know, this is going to be very, very challenging, and it's their map pick. If they lose their map pick as well, that's it. I'm afraid this could be a pretty short day.
Yeah, pretty short day, which is good in some respects. It's nice and sunny where we are, but in other respects, it's not good for Prophecy. I want to see a fight. Could Epsilon be a little bit overconfident? Could they? And in which respect, I want to know your prediction on this map Train.
I don't think the complacency will actually affect Epsilon. They kind of know. I feel like most of the players are experienced enough to know 16-0. It kind of changes everything. People start playing like they don't care as much now. Like they might be deflated or whatever, but they'll just still play as if they want to be like. They'll probably just play without caring as much. And it's kind of scary to play against a team like that because obviously you don't know what they're going to do. Because of that, though, I still feel like Epsilon have got the advantage in the situation. I think they'll take them out. Okay, so a prediction of Epsilon there. Harold, are you sticking with Epsilon as well?
Yes.
Okay, good. Don't need any more explanation than that. Listen, I'm going to throw over to the lovely gentleman over there, Jackie and Snods. Wow, we definitely didn't expect that. Could we see it happen again, a 16-0 in map Train?
Considering there's only 2 in the regular, well, the whole of the Elite Series is very unlikely, but who knows at this point. Obviously, it seems like Prophecy, when they get in a rut, they can't quite get out of it. It seems like there's communication issues or mental fatigueness, I guess, as things go south.
Yeah, thing is, though, Mirage was the big one for them. They need to try and win Mirage, give themselves a bit of momentum, put themselves in the driving seat and be able to actually pick up some maps, but I don't know if the prophecy of them actually winning this as the underdogs is becoming true right now because they're letting everything they have slip away.
I like it. One of the things as well they said last night was, if we win the first map, we'll shatter their confidence. But obviously, seems like that mission failed. Of course, with Epsilon, they are a team that plays off of confidence, Freddy B, Smooya, and whatnot. They're a team that play that loose style of CS. So, of course, when you're feeling riled up and the morale's high, you get more confidence, and more confidence you have behind some of those aggressive and audacious plays really does back up the success that those do warrant.
It's true. They have been left in a bit of an awkward spot. They just have to mentally bounce back, come back into this incredibly strong. Now, for me as well, it's going to be hard because obviously the 9th round's in progress. That's going to be going through. Depending on sides here, if we actually do see Epsilon starting off on that CT half, once again, that could be incredibly detrimental. They have so many players that are fantastic with the AWP. They can switch it out amongst themselves as they choose to do so and can completely run away with this.
That's the thing. Smooya on this map, this is basically his proving ground, his Train. He's so good at... If you thought he was good on the last map of Mirage, hopefully be ready to be surprised, because whenever I've seen him or cast him play Train, he really takes in his stride across the map towards B, towards Heaven on the B bomb site, Alley, Green Train, wherever, you name it. He gets so aggressive with the AWP. He finds so many creative angles with it. And he's able to, we saw a bit of Mirage actually on the CT side. It seems like every single time he was picking a different angle, catching the players off guard from Prophecy in a different way. It seems like they're always, well, unexpected way his AWP was, and that's actually a sign of a great and talented AWPer.
It's true. He's a bit of an artist with the AWP. He paints 100%. A nice picture.
Oh,
yeah. Peek around like a lunatic's nuts. But normally it works out for him. But the thing is, we can't say that this is without a doubt a map that Prophecy are going to take with Storm, with Bifrost, because we saw them play against Excel. Yep. And there were definitely cracks for them there. They didn't have the most tenacious defense. They weren't winning every round extremely confidently. They were struggling against Excel. So can Prophecy recreate those issues?
Yep. It was, what, 10 to 11 in terms of buy rounds versus the UK side last week. Let's see if they can step up. Did it on Mirage. The question is, can they carry it forward here on Train? Smoo actually going to be the one buying the smoke diffuser. And already Cosmin gets tagged up just a little bit. But they're playing 2 players towards B. This is Epsilon. On their CT defense, Maeve and Smoo right now. The kit and smoke about to be tested now versus 3 players here from the side of Prophecy. You can see already Quicks has run out towards outside trying to sell a fake, and also the question as well from Calais towards Ali. The question is, can they force the over-rotation?
Oh, they're getting map control, but they're doing nothing with it early on here. You can see Quicks was actually able to tiptoe out. Barbar eventually did discover him. Barbar as well, a second frag that is absolutely spectacular as he connects that headshot on towards Calais. Maeve taking down Arch as well. It's just Kolor and Fleeve remaining. They got the bomb down, so at least there's the additional cash to play as the game develops. But Kolor attempts to take the fight here towards Freddy B. Freddy B just overpowers him, runs straight through him, and the follow-up frag as well, so they can get the defuse. They close out the round once again, no casualties.
There you have it. A clean sweep on the pistol. 5 players staying alive here for Epsilon as we go into the next one. Smooth out the smoke kit. The reason being is he is the rotator role on Train. He's the player that plays towards connector. He'll rotate from B towards A, and you want the kit to be in his hands because he's going to ideally rotate to the site where the attack is. He drops said kit where the site or the bomb is planted. That's why he's building that. Anyway, nevertheless, we are going to go to round number 2. 1-0 lead here for Epsilon as they take the pistol once again. So far, 3 out of 3 pistols won for Epsilon. And they're carrying forward the momentum. It's going to be the Eco coming in for Prophecy because they've got the bomb down. They can barb into round number 3. So on this one, this is a round 2 for Epsilon where you have it. Clean round, stack up as much cash as possible.
They're just making mincemeat out of them right now. It's the aggressive pushes are coming in. They're still finding the frags so easily. You can just see Prophecy basically broken already. It's Quicks and Arch remaining. Barbar just waiting for the push to come towards him. Sure, you get a tag on him, but there's still no frags.
Yeah. 1 versus 5 now. Smooth playing goes with the SMG, MP9, and actually how many kills he get? Only 1, so he can still buy the op, I think. It depends. Well, I'm about to find out in a second. He got 3.5k for the round loss bonus, plus he got the $600 for the kill, but then obviously bought it, so I guess we're about to find out. I don't think he can afford the op. He might be drop one though instead. So, there you have it. He was dropped it. So, you can see Barbar drops the... actually, it was Smooth that bought the op himself, actually, so he will drop over the SMG. Now we're going to be seeing 2 UMPs, a Fat Steph, Cosmin, M4 onto Freddy B, AWP onto Smooya. And 5 AKs run up at the T side. Prophecy into round number 3. They have to get creative here, try and catch the CTs off guard, but already they go 1 for 1.
They're making it happen so far as they push in. They're actually connecting the shots and doing work. But once again, it's another round for Epsilon. The only person that's ever gone down is just 1 player on the side of Epsilon. They've lost 1 man throughout these rounds. They're still doing damage. It's a repeat of history already.
Right now, everything is clicking for Epsilon. We saw on their CT side of Mirage, and the same is coming to fruition. And Freddy B is so good. We saw a crazy 3k in the first bar on their Mirage, and he repeats it again on Train. It's going to go 3-0. Prophecy now going to be on the quasi-buy, the half-buy. You can see armor on 3 players. It's going to be 2 E250s, Tech 9 there, CZ onto Arch, and Deagle onto Fleeve. So, question is, can Epsilon have a clean round once again and stack up even more cash?
There's always that potential for the double 16-0. Oh. The old 16-0 series right now. Smooya finds that kill with Quicks as well. Takes him down, leaving it just on 3 players for the side of Prophecy. Not a really fantastic position to be in as they are attempting to do some kind of damage here. Arch takes down Maeve after a bit of a struggle. So they can grab those weapons and try and take a hit towards the B-bomb site if they want to run the risk.
Man advantage still there for Epsilon. Arch is low. Has Kevlar, Fleeve as well, but eventually Archer will go down. It's going to be 2 versus 4 now. Only 1 casualty here for Epsilon on their CT side, and actually Colin will land the dink, but obviously it's not quite enough. Barbar goes for the flash repeat, and there you have it, 4-0. Another round where there's 4 or more players staying alive for the CT side. So far, so good from Epsilon. Again, they're able to farm money efficiently, getting kills in the SMGs, not dying as well. Should merit them good money going into the buy rounds. The reason that's good as well is because it allows you to afford rebuys in case you do lose the gun rounds. Nevertheless, the round number 5 begins. Second bar into Kola going to be brought to the AWP on no Kevlar. The glass cannon ADVP for him on the T side, and again, double AWP setup. It's a repetition of the success Epsilon had a Mirage. Barbar towards B and Smooya roaming the map towards A.
Let's see though, as this push is going to be coming in towards Ivy, you have 3 players there to try and aid each other. The boost is going to be coming in as well. So they can jump face, bait out the peak, and hope Kolor can get the frag off the back of the response.
What they can do now as well, they've taken control of the first part of Ivy. They can actually smoke off towards backlines, Molotov off towards green train, and eventually force back the CTs and take map control towards alley. The question is, of course, if Smooya gives it up.
Normally, he doesn't give away anything for free. He'll always really try and bring a fight to the situation as he holds for this push to come his way. Oh, and actually do spot him on the cross as well. Arch takes his head clean off as he lands that nice little tap of the AK-47. The smokes are going in, but Arch, he pushes straight through.
It's the first time in the finals here. On the second map, we've seen Prophecy with the advantage. It's going to be the 5 versus 4, 50 seconds left. The bomb going to be going towards T main as well. You have Quicks towards Pop Dog. It's going to be the A commitment here from the T side. The question is, of course, can they finish off the job? Pretty again towards Electric. He was so good in the first buy round. Can he do it again?
If they play into his hands, if they try and take the fight towards him through Pop Dog, they're really going to be leaving themselves in a situation for defeat. But they actually do back off. They reposition, decide to take their strike over at B. Maeve with a nice nades as well. They should actually soften them up a little bit. Doesn't do too much damage, but he spots them on the cross. Overwhelmed from the double peaks. Barbar as well. Not able to find the frags with the AWP just yet. Freddy B slain with the AK though, as he takes down Quicks. Barbar just waiting for any kind of angle to be given to him.
3 versus 3 now. Kits to the CT side. Flashes, Molotovs and smokes as well. Freddy B close towards Great. I'm going to pick out towards collars up and wins the duel as well. Let's give the man advantage now, make it 2. But Fleave now, what can he do in the clutch?
Fleave, 2 frags already to his name, but he still has to do a whole lot more as he'll peek out, connects the headshot. But unfortunately, he couldn't quite do it, couldn't muster it up. Freddy B, Silent Assassin will strike. It's a 4K for Freddy and another round for Epsilon.
5-0 now, both buy rounds going in favor of the international CT side here. See the coach there from Epsilon rallying the troops as their morale should be shaping up nicely after winning so many rounds in a trot. How many is it now? They've won 5. What's that? 21-0 is the scoreline of this final. Nevertheless, though, it's going to be the buy round once again. Prophecy got the bomb down. They have a 3-round loss bonus as well, 3.4k plus the 800. They have money to buy. It's going to be 4 AKs, all point to caller once again. How are they going to finesse themselves into this one? They've tried different things here and there, but it seems like the crossfires, the setups from Epsilon, the aggression as well is too hot to handle.
Really is a spicy game so far as Barbar peeks out, takes down Fleave early, just blows him out the server. He's able to retreat as well. There is no even attempt to try and trade it back from Prophecy because they're just broken, left in a really awkward situation. They will take their fight over at B. Maeve is overwhelmed as he actually will fall in that situation and fall.
Barbar playing aggressive, exposed himself towards heaven and eventually will take him down there. Smooya out towards Connector, will peek up over the smoke, but I don't think Quicks is going to overpeak just yet.
If they do overextend, though, he should surely find the frags. Actually couldn't quite take down Kolor, though, as he's panicking a little bit. Actually struggling into this round. Cosmine has to try and make the play. He will charge through, but caught in midair, so he couldn't quite be accurate. Will go down. Smooth with his sidearm finding frags, but it's all up to Freddy B.
Oh, no.
He's been winning clutches, but surely not again. Quicks walks straight past him. No one is aware of his location. He could defuse the bomb here if he plays it smart. Just depends on how he actually decides to play this one. No one puts him towards the bomb. He will get 1 kill. As the push comes in, he realizes he's left it too late and he has to back off.
Yeah. His job here is to try and take money away from Prophecy, and he did that. It took Prophecy 22 attempts to finally pick up a round. You can hear as well the crowd clapping away, supporting the underdogs here in this scenario, but unfortunately, it's not looking like it's going to be the Cinderella story here for Prophecy. Already the map down. But as I said just again, 22 attempts, and finally they get their first round on the board. As we go into round number 7, Kale now has the AWP. Has he got the best spawn? He has, so he's going to be peeking towards Connector. Can he get the first kill, though?
Push comes in. Kale trying to open it up with the AWP, but actually couldn't find anything. And the thing is as well, Epsilon have so much money because the rounds they were winning, they just have so many weapons to play with still. There's an early trade with Freddy B actually going down. Go 1-for-1 right now. Cosmine will trade it back though. Smooya as well could do damage, but actually is struggling to find these shots. This is unlike him. Luckily, Cosmine and Barbar are going massive into the round though, so it's just Quicks remaining. And this is going to be the reset coming out. Sure, you win a round, but the instant reset goes back in Epsilon's favor, and now Prophecy have nothing to play with.
Because of what Freddy B there towards the end of the round that Prophecy won, he played aggressive, he got 2 kills, which meant, yes, Prophecy, they won the round, but only with 1 player surviving, so you can see what their money's looking like right now. They win a round, but Epsilon, they win by 1 back. They've reset the money here. The tier column is the force buy will come through. It's going to be Force as a Kevlar, Collar there, the Glass Cannon Scout, UMP onto Quicks, 2 Eagles, and the CZ onto Arch. It's not looking good here. This could easily be 7-1, break their money. It's going to be the Eco. 8-1 could very definitely be the scoreline here for Epsilon already on T-side train.
Oh, it's quite a gnarly nade early on as well. Fleet going to be tagged down to 51 HP, so already the damage is being done. He's one of the only players that has armor and head armor as well.
So, 1 minute 20 left on the clock, bomb towards Ali. 3 players here as well. 2 outside Pop Dog and 3 towards Ali. And there you have it. Kola finds the first one to Barbar, one of the orbs out of play right now, but Smooth is still alive and Cosmin as well. Alive and kicking towards backlines. Let's see, they're holding for the aggression right now, but Prophecy, they're not really giving away their advantage. They finally have a man lead. Smooth here trying to see if he can equalize the numbers, and he misses the shot quick towards Pop Dog. Actually towards Team Main. We'll get the kill on Freddy B pushing.
It's a bit of an awkward round, actually. Kolo's doing a ton of work right now as he's finding all of these massive impact frags with his scout. Smuya and Maeve are the final 2 remaining players. They're so close by to him. Smuya's just got to work out what's going on, what to actually even do in this scenario. Overwhelmed as Fleeve takes him down. So Maeve tries to strike, spots out the first man, can't quite connect a clean shot on him. Everyone has rifles as well now, so sure he's toughening them up, but no one will fall. Prophecy get an interesting round off the board there.
Very well played there from Kolo, of course. Gets the entry there towards Ali onto Barbar with the AWP. He wins the duel with a scout and no Kevlar. Actually holds the angle and Barbar just crouches into him and gives away the first kill. The nice flick there as well. So 2 kills off of a glass cannon scout. Unprecedented there as he goes to 6-2. Epsilon money has been shattered now as they're going to be forced onto 2 UMPs at Eagle onto Smooya. Scout this time for Freddy B. And the 5-7 onto Barbar. The question is, Freddy B no longer playing aggressive towards Electric and Sandwich. How will that impact that CT defenses? So far, Prophecy are holding for the aggression from Epsilon.
Seems like it's going to be a B play once more. They found success in a couple of rounds towards B, so they might as well see if they can slip in and get the bomb planted into the round and just hope for the absolute best now as they set themselves up. There's going to be 2 players saying incredibly close angles here. Barbar peeks out, trying to get the info early as well. Pop Flash goes in, tries to slow him down. They are pushing him, but they're not quite realizing where he is. Eventually they will do, and Fleeve's got the double entry.
There you have it, the B-bomb size Prophecies. As the force bite hasn't really gone their way for Epsilon. It's going to be the save here. Good call. Cosmin finds one. Quick's unable to hunt down those players, trying to save and salvage their weaponry into round number 10. But there you have it. Prophecy going to make it 6-3. Good call there to go off of Heaven as well. They're expecting weak buy, pistols, UMPs. Not going to be able to combat the better firepower that Prophecy have towards Heaven. Obviously having the rage advantage with the AKs. They took the long-range duels, and they prevailed.
Yeah, getting through that round is going to be incredibly crucial for them as well. Try and further that lead. Don't get left in this constant reset game where they're never furthering their economy, never furthering their buffer. They're just getting 1 round, then being reset, then having to try all again from scratch.
Fleeve will stop Freddy B saving. But it was only a UMP, I believe. So, into round number 10 now. Let's go 63. 3-run advantage still there for Epsilon on their CT side train. 2 AWPs salvaged here from Prophecy. Kola and Calais Wood and that. Who is the best spawner? Calais hasn't really got too good of a spawn, so he might go towards Ali. Might see Kola go towards Team Main, towards B. Can even go towards Pop Dog as well. One of the things that we saw Freddy B do was, as he fell back towards backline, it gave up so much space towards Pop Dog for the T side to peek in towards Green Train, towards default, and have ranged duels if they wanted it. But talking about ranged duels, the AWP finds the first kill. Arch. Actually, Barbar eventually gets 1, but there you go. Kola trying to line up the spray, but it's going to be 3 versus 1.
Already a bit of a messy round from those. They're trying to hold on to these weapons, ideally, and Cosmin finds the first kill, and the second as well. Cosmin blows the round out of the water. He's just got to get 1 more frag to reset this and pick it up for Epsilon as the push comes through. It's just a UMP, so he doesn't really want to take the fight towards Fleeve. Gets him low. Oh, couldn't quite do it, though. So Prophecy coming down to just 1 man. It's always Fleeve in those clutch scenarios.
That was the eco, though. I was expecting, a clean round. I'm just casually talking over that one, expecting to be a stomp, but somehow, some way, Cosmin really shines through with an incredible 1 versus 3, but that's the damage he needed to do. In terms of the economy, only having 1 player stay alive means Prophecy's money will be impacted. 3,000-ish across the board for the T side, so that if they lose this 1 force buy, they shall be broke. Question is, going to round number 11, it will be the double off setup once again. They're going to be leaving Maeve alone towards B. They're expecting an outside push here from Prophecy. Call up, smoke comes in. They have control of Ali, well, this portion of Ali here, towards the T-spawn sector, which means they can line up the smoke towards backlines, Molotov off towards Green Train, and take control of this sector of the map and potentially try and pinch themselves towards the A-bomb site.
Just get ready for the play to come towards them early on. Prophecy, they've found success before with playing this more structured take towards Ivy. This time there's actually only 2 of them. Archer's backing off as well with the contact plays. They want to reset, try and go for that B aggression, it seems.
Smooth there. Clips Calais' leg. Going to put him down to 17 points of health. There's 1 minute left on the clock right now. Bomb above Pop Dog, and you can see as well the T side shifting their way back towards the B bomb site. Oh, a failed nade there from Fleet. Doesn't do any damage just yet, but if that nade was near Calais, even a gust of wind will take him down at this point. So it's looking like they're going to be grouping outside B. Eventually going to be committing towards the B bomb site. Maeve alone run out. They need a rotation from Smooya or from someone to go towards the B bomb site and aid the Danish import for Epsilon. And so you have it. They shall walk into his crosshair.
Is he ready for this attack though? The timing could be awful for him as he was trying to readjust because the flashbang struggling to find the frags as well. Couldn't quite take anyone down. So 2 players now alive on 17 HP, but Smooya is picking up the healthy ones. He's finding the harder frags right now. Fleeve as well. Such aggression on display as he will get this double kill into the round. Cosmin still netting himself frags as well. Fleeve is ripping his way through everyone, but unfortunately he now falls and it's up to Quicks.
2 versus 1, no utility as well. If he had a Molotov to ricochet off the door, that's a chance, but now they have no kits though, so can he bait out the defuse and try win it with a man disadvantage? And there you have it. Barbar eventually lands the clinical headshot to Quicks. It's going to go 7-4 now. Still the 3-run advantage here for the CT side, so going to round number 12. As the bomb was planted, which means extra cash now for Prophecy, so they can have more of a established buy into round number 12. So how much can they afford? Can they afford an open to call, or will it be 3 or 4 AKs, Tech 9s here or there? And actually, yeah, they have enough money, enough dosh for the AWP onto call up as we go into round number 12. Single AWP setup right now for the CT side. Barbar unable to wield the AWP. How will that impact their defense? Nevertheless, though, let's see. Once again, 3 players towards Ali here seems to be the default coming up for Prophecy. It's good they take control of Ali. The question is, can they get anything from that? They need to be using Ali to pin to the A site through Pop Dog, through Team Main, and of course through the aforementioned Ali sector. Because if you can attack the A site from 3 different angles, it makes it so hard to hold.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not just about gaining that map control towards Ivy. It's using it or causing them to believe how you want to take the round off the back of it. So do try and get a bit of map control early. Obviously, they have rotated off the other 2 players once again as well. So probably is going to be that late round B take with a fake coming through towards Ivy.
Quicks again towards Pop Dog here. Smooya holding for the aggression. Smoke comes out. Question is, though, Smooya has so many angles to be wary about. This is the issue I was speaking about. As soon as you have control of Ali, you force so much pressure as you squeeze together the CT defense. As right now they're split to hold off all these angles from Prophecy are going to be protruding from. Here comes the commitment. The question is, can they hold the line?
Push is coming out. There's easy frags going the way of Prophecy right now, though, as they take their hit towards the A-bomb site. Maeve is ready to do damage with this UMP, though. We'll get one. Nearly the second, but he couldn't quite manage it, so it's all up to Barbar. The in-game leader. He's got himself the AK, but he couldn't quite slay. He will fall. And Prophecy, it's now and then. They're struggling to really build themselves up, but they are getting rounds.
Should be the reset as well. What's the money going to be like for Epsilon? Oh, look at that. 1.4k onto Smooya, 1.5k for Cosmin. They might force this one. And indeed they shall. Scout for Freddy B. CZ already bought there for Barbar. 5-7 onto Cosmin. As we go into round number 13, it will be the force buy for the CT side. Smooya, Deagle, Kevlar, and the Kits. Prophecy, if they win this one, make it 67 force and eco. This could easily go 7-7, and Prophecy are bringing this one back.
Push comes down though. Barbar going to get the opening kill. Fleeve will trade it back, but Freddy B's ready. And Freddy B on the scout as well. Can be naughty with these scoped weapons.
Yeah, but you can see they get the man advantage and they're going to be concluding towards the B side now. Smooya, what can he do? Spots out players, sees the bomb as well, but has to retreat back towards default.
Kills are coming in. Quicks and Kolor finding these frags. It's up to Freddy B and Cosmin now. Cosmin basically just waiting to see if anyone's going to lurk late towards the A-bomb site as well. Try to find frags there. He's got that full armor. Freddy B as well. Could just try and back off in a few seconds, but he's still finding kills.
2 versus 3. Low HP for Fleeve and Quicks, but the bomb is ticking away. Quicks finds a kill as well towards backlines from Heaven. And there you have it, going into round number 14, the penultimate round of this first half. It shall go 7-6, and the money is reset now for Epsilon. This is going to be the eco here into round number 14. They're probably going to eco for the last round, actually. This should go 7-7. We saw what happened on the last one. Cosmin almost had that crazy 1 versus 3 when Epsilon ecoed. But this time, no guns are going to be saved and carried forward into this round. And there you have it, the full eco. What's standing out as well for Epsilon is Smooya has 2,000, actually buys the HE grenade as well, $2,000 here. No players on the CT side has $3,000, which means they cannot buy an AWP. No AWP for Barbar or Smooya into the final buy round.
That's impactful as well, because the AWPs have been really useful for either player. Barbar, I'd say right now, has been the more impactful one of actually finding those initial frags, but it's useful for them. That's what they try and need. That's why train on that CT side, if you've got bang for your buck and you want to try and go for that big investment, it does favor you. But right now, left in an awkward spot, obviously, basically going down early. Some of you wanted to try and go for the contact play. They have to make some kind of effort to force the play into the round, but they're struggling to do anything.
4 versus 4 then. Freddy will find one. But of course, the CT side of the Kevlar, they literally melt versus the Kalashnikov bullets. But as I say, that's an AWP retriever now for Barbar. Suddenly this becomes a 2 versus 2. No kits though for the CT side. If the bomb is planted, it's going to be so hard for Epsilon to bring this one forward.
It is, but not unless they actually get this round going in double time fashion. If they speed it up a little bit, the tags are coming out short, but everyone is focusing towards Pop Dog. Both players are there watching the same angle. Barbar gets one. It's a 1v1. Calais just has to try and get the drop on him, but he peeks out, hiding right now by Bomb Train. Knows he has the time advantage to play with. Barbar with the timing not in his favor. Tries to go for the audacious flick, but he won't quite connect it. Barbar has to push in. Needs to make the play right here, right now, as he'll tap the bomb, try and force the face, but he can't quite connect it. Calais takes him down, but it's still a close round.
Nice attempt there. Obviously, the full eco nearly won once again. This is the issue right now for Prophecy. If you give Epsilon an inch, they shall take a mile. The individual skill in these players, even the pistols, no Kevlar. If you give Barbar or Smooya an AWP that was dropped from one of your teammates, they can easily turn that and transition that into a round win. Nevertheless, they're going to the final round here, round number 15. 7-7 is the scoreline. 4 AKs up onto Kolo. And this time, as I said before, no AWP for the CT side. Again, Prophecy going to be going for the Old Faithful. Ali default, 3 towards Ali, 1 towards B, and 1 outside teammate holding for the aggression. So, can they take control of Ali once again? The smoke towards backlines, the Molotov off towards Green Train. Force Epsilon back and choke them into a weak defense. Nevertheless, the Freddy B gets spotted and eventually goes down. Calais onto 2 HP. Manages to survive. They grits his teeth and shall survive into the rest of the rounds. Give the man advantage now for Prophecy on the T side. It's looking like they might actually win this half from the 0-5 deficit.
It's true. As soon as they manage to get their confidence back, they're actually picking up rounds. They're looking good. I mean, Fleave's been the impact factor, though. He's right now just dominating on the side of Prophecy. He's the one actually getting all the impactful frags. Barbar could still be really useful for the side of Epsilon, though, as this push is coming towards him. They're peeking 1 by 1. There's no response there from Kolar as well. Eventually, he will be able to connect the shot and take him down, and it's all to play for in a 2 versus 4.
Two-man disadvantage. Calais is low, though. That's the real silver lining here for Epsilon, is there is a player low right now for Prophecy. And there you have it. Fleave gets spotted out. He knows where Cosmin is, sorry. They know there's no one from the CT side towards the A side, so they can plant if they want to. Quick swell lurking in the backlines towards CT spawn. Eventually going to go for the wraparound behind Cosmin. And there you have it from behind. Quicks will take him. Smooya now the 1 versus 4 has the kit.
Flashback goes in, tries to play around the smoke. Will get the headshot towards Fleave here. Grabs the AK-47 as well. It's the final round, so he needs to make a play. Just charge in, hope for the best. See if confidence will allow him to do something spectacular here as he is. Trying to find these shots, just spamming away with the AK, but nothing really connecting for him. A little bit panicked as well. Knows he needs to push out soon, though, as time is ticking away.
Yeah, there you have it. 8-7 shall be the scoreline here. After the first half of the second map train. A big deficit there for Prophecy, but somehow they're showing a different face here. On Mirage, no, they gave up. But this time they kept fighting. The exact same happened versus Envyus Academy. As soon as they're backed into a corner, pushed onto their back heels, and essentially all to play for, do or die. It seems like Prophecy, they wake up and they step up to the matter at hand.
Yeah. When they realize that this is basically it, and at that point there is no return, you know, it kind of reinvigorates you. We see that all the time where a lot of teams will, instead of rather playing timid and not wanting to fully commit to those audacious plays or risky buys, they just will because they know it's either that or lose.
Well, that's the thing, right? There's nothing really, what's the word I'm looking for? Nothing to lose.
Yeah.
So at that point, when there's nothing to lose, there's no pressure on you. As soon as the pressure isn't there, we saw how scared and apprehensive Prophecy were on Mirage. They're showing a change of pace on train. Nevertheless, on their CT side, they need this pistol. They've lost all pistols so far in this grand finals. Let's see the Maeve. Support player, buys utility of course. Double flashbang smoke for him. Forces of Kepler run out for the T-sides. They make their way slowly but surely towards the B bomb site. And in the B bomb site defense, it's going to be Arch. And of course, Fleeve. Let's see if they can hold the line here and hold the push as Epsilon commits.
Just depends how crisp they are, if they're prepared and ready to pull the trigger at the correct time, display their marksmanship skills, and actually snipe against everyone on the side of Epsilon. Pick these frags up. Smoke goes in, the flashbangs go over as well, trying to allow him to push. The early dink actually stunts Arch. He can't go for these audacious peaks. Fleet trying to still run amok here. He is ever so slightly bobbing and weaving. Finds one, finds two. Fleeve steps up to the mark here as he is the deciding force for Prophecy. They push their way back in. Fleeve still doing work. It's all up to Maeve. He's in the rear, but is he prepared to actually pick this round up? He knows they're on the bomb, finds the opening headshot. Kolor gets tagged as well. It's a 1 versus 3, but Arch will snipe him.
That's a massive pistol to win as well. Finally, after 3, Prophecy pick one up. It's going to go 9-7 now as we go into round number 17. Crucial 3K there from Fleeve. It looked like Epsilon had it there. They got the first 2 kills, but Fleeve managed to change that third. The 2 shots there so crisp and clean. As we go into round number 17. Bomb planted for Epsilon, which means they are going to eco into this round. They will have enough to buy into the next one, into round number 18. But for now, in the present, so far, only one SMG for the CT side, sorry. Collar on the scout. Thamas for Calais, sees that onto Arch. Actually, that might signal that Arch is going to go for an AWP into the first buy round. The question is, how is he going to play? Is he going to anchor towards connect to play rotate? Is he going to hunker down towards alley? How is he going to play his AWP style? Smooth now trying to get aggressive towards one of the portions of the map and try to get a first kill off the back of this Deagle.
This push has come around though. Smooth with a Deagle. He's normally very effective with his hand cannon. Can pack a real punch. As he's trying to connect these shots early, he's just slightly peeking out towards the B-bomb site, but no one really going to be offering themselves up as a sacrifice yet.
Fleeve will show his head, but nevertheless Smith does pull the trigger. Barbar with the other Deagle as well towards outside. Actually managed to get his way through towards Sandwich. If he goes for the peak, could maybe couch Collar and Calais off guard as well.
Barbar peeks out, gets the first tag, but it's not quite a frag. There's no process to be able to convert that just yet as well. Maeve doing a bit of damage. Smooth as well actually chimes in with a headshot. Callie will return fire, but this is awkward. It's a 3v3, and they're overwhelming the CTs. They're pushing at the correct time. Freddie B goes massive with a P250, and it's all up to Arch now.
The one player he didn't buy, a UMP, an SMG, or an assault rifle, is now in the 1 versus 2. Has Kevlar, and thankfully his opposition don't.
This is a really horrible spot to be in as the peak will come out. Cosmine takes him down. And they get that round. Not really the way Prophecy wanted that to go.
You saw how well played they played that 1 versus 2 as well. They had no Kevlar. They know if they peek 1 by 1, they will lose the duel. And they go for the 3-2-1 face. They double peek, and they catch Arch from both angles, from behind and from directly in front of him as well. The eco as well. Epsilon had no sort of Kevlar there on their T side, but off the back of those Deagles getting the first kills. From there, they managed to transition that one into a win.
Smia early on. Just looking above, trying to see if he can actually work out where he's getting spammed from there. Arch finds the initial frag with his M4. This is good as well. Prophecy, they need Arch to be the main man into this round. He's got to be the one-man army to find all of the huge impact frags.
There you have it. Cosmine! Chokes there. Thought he got the kill onto Flea, but instead, going to put him down to 5 points of health. It will be a 4 versus 2. Still advantage of the CT side, of course, but Flea is low. Is there a chance here?
There's a chance, but the chance of it actually happening are slim. As you can see, this push is coming through. Right now, everyone focusing towards Maeve, all eyes on him, but they're not doing too much. They're essentially just taking the fight 1 by 1, and Barbar can strike from behind as well. Maeve is still running straight through them and finding these frags.
All he has to do is stay alive and bait for Barbar. And actually, there you go. Fleeve now last alive, 5 HP. The bait worked. They allowed Barbar to slip in from behind through alley. And now 45 seconds left. Fleeve in the 1 versus 2. He has no kit, 5 HP, and no utility as well.
This is the worst case scenario for Fleeve, ideally. He has been the main man, but the Molotov comes in, and it's a Fleeve barbecue.
So, they win versus the Force Spy. And now that should mean Prophecy are broke. You can see the stern look on Arch as he looks at the scoreline and their money as well. 9-9, they had the 2-round lead. They win the pistol finally, but somehow, some way, they let it slip versus the eco. And now it's eventually snowballed into an eco on the side of Prophecy. Let's see now. It's going to be the fastest of AK versus the Pistols and no Kevlar CT side.
Push coming out towards mid early on. Let's see if it is actually going to work right now as everyone is getting blown out of the water on Prophecy. Epsilon, they get nearly a clean round. Only losing Cosmine. They run straight through. They have the advantage once again.
This buy round is crucial. We've seen what happened already in the grand finals here when Prophecy let the momentum slip. Epsilon, when they have the audacious plays backed up by confidence, when they're feeling riled up, it seems like they really do step up to the margin and deliver. The question is, if Prophecy are met with the same aggression we saw on Mirage, can they finally hold it? Anyway, they're around about 20. 10-9, a one-round advantage here for the T side of Epsilon. All Pontus Smooth gets tagged up a little bit, but Collar would eventually be pushed away, and Freddy B towards outside will get one, and actually gets a second as well. It's the two-man lead again for Epsilon.
Fragging Freddy as he's finding the entries right now, just running for everyone. So easy for him to blow open that A-bomb. It's like Cosmine goes down as the initial trade-off, but Maeve does another bit of work. Takes down Kolor. They have to try and go for a bit of a risky play, get Fleeve up into the elevated angle, put him on the boost, and hope they cross his path. 2 versus 4, no kits right now for the CT side, no utility as well. It's Maeve as well. The backbone going to be coming in the rear and catches him off guard. Fleeve on the 1 versus 3, finds one. Tries to land the second, eventually he will do as it turns into the 1 versus 2. Freddy and Barbar now, the Swedish duo. What remains of the previous Epsilon lineup going to be going toe-to-toe versus Fleeve, the Hungarian potential star here, as he finds the third as well. Now in the 1 versus 1, but has no key. He has to be quick. Huge plays so far from Fleeve. He has been dominating throughout the game. In an individual scenario like this, there's always a chance. Already a hat-trick to his name. He taps the bomb, try to force the face. Barbar will give position away. Can't quite connect the shots just yet. He has the smoke wall to try and protect him. He's going to tiptoe around it and try and strike with the correct timing. Gets it off!
There's no time.
The headshot, but there's no time. I
think he has it.
He might actually have it, though, yeah.
I'm not sure. I guess we're about to find out, but it's going to be very close. I don't think he has.
Ooh.
Under 1 second left on the bomb. And eventually he gets it. There you have it. A massive 1 versus 4. No kit as well for Fleeve, and that's going to leave Epsilon starstruck as it goes 10-10. The scorelines are equalized now into round number 21. An incredible feat there to do a 1 versus 4 with no kit, no utility. And he was in such an exposed position as well towards Connector. Regardless, though, let's see what they can do. 10-10 is the scoreline now. Freddy B towards outside, trying to see if they can go for the reset onto Prophecy.
Smokes are coming through. They saw through the sky right now to block off the lines of sight and force them to bend. As the initial kills are coming out once again as well, though. Freddy B going to lead the charge. It's the early double entry that provides them so much success into these games.
2 versus 3. Remember as well, if you're watching this one, if Prophecy lose this, they shall be reset. 2-man deficit. They need someone to step up right now. Kolor has all the utility, the kit and the AWP. And he is towards Green Twin as well. He has to really go huge into this round, because if they lose it, that could be the final nail in the coffin here for the CT side of Prophecy. It would go 11-10, the 4 spot from Prophecy, 12-10, the Eco, 13-10 could be the scoreline here. Off the back of the potential win into this round from Epsilon. The question is, they still have to finish this one off in the 5 versus 3. Kolor as well as a good angle towards Pop Dog, but Barbar as well could be coming from behind towards Ali. 40 seconds left. And now Epsilon can be lining up their smokes, and eventually they shall commit towards the A side.
Oh, the peak comes out, but Kolor doesn't quite manage it. Couldn't land the flick just yet. He wasn't fast enough, but Maeve has a nice response there. Finds the kill with the AK-47. It's just 2 players ready to make it 1 now, as it's only Fleeve alive on Prophecy. They can have these huge individual clutch rounds, but if you can't back that up when it comes to the following one, you're just going to get reset.
We're going to need to see a pause here quite soon from Prophecy. We didn't see one on Mirage, and they lost that one 16-0. Break the momentum that Epsilon built up. Talk things over on your CT side. They're losing players left, right, and center towards the early portions of the rounds. They have to change their style of defense right now to combat what Epsilon are bringing to the party. Nevertheless, though, it's going to be the force bite, as I said, from Prophecy. If they lose this, it's going to go to an eco. Potentially, the aforementioned 13-10 could be the scoreline here, as Epsilon might just run away with it. Fleet gets tagged up towards B, but it will be 4 upgraded pistols for the CT side. Kolor again can be wielding the scout and has no Kevlar for the second time.
Calais with the P250. Takes that close range combat and actually will find that point blank kill. Eliminates Barbar, so it's something for Prophecy here. You've got yourself the AK, the CZs, and the Scout. There's always potential. If Kolor does find a couple of tags, soften them up, these CZs and that one AK as well can be incredibly powerful in close range.
Yep. Man advantage here for the CT side. They have to transition it into the round win, though. And there you have it. Fleeve gets spotted. It's a pistol towards all the way far back in backlines, and eventually the AK will finally find him. Smooth from behind doesn't even need to get the backstab kill, as it's going to be the man advantage now for Epsilon.
Yeah, good communication there as he alerts a teammate what was occurring with a backstab play that could have gone quite bad, but he wasn't ready for the second time around. Maeve will go down. Arch finds the kill, grabs himself the AK. Cosmine is still finding frags as well, though. Eliminates Kolor. They're left in a 2v2. It's an equal situation, but heads are being popped in favor of the side of Epsilon. Smooya takes down Arch, and it's a 12-10.
2-round advantage, but it's looking likely it's going to go to 3 rounds. As it shall be the eco here from Prophecy. Then again, though, we've seen some crazy rounds, but all those crazy pistol rounds and ecos and quasi-buy wins or near wins were all from Epsilon. And that's testament to the individual skill that they have at their disposal. So, as we're going to round number 23, it's going to be the eco from Prophecy. And again, the 4 AK buy for Epsilon, all onto Smooth. It seems like on their CT side, they love the double AWP setup. And on the T side, they allow Smooth to work the map with the single AWP.
Smooya tries to peek out early to want to attempt to find these initial frags, but it's Freddie B and Cosmine that are just doing work. Freddie B, every time on this T side, I don't think we've seen him not get any less than 2 kills per opener.
Yeah, great play so far from him. As it goes into round number 24, the 13-10 lead. Only one player falling, that's Freddie B. So the money should be decent. You can already see $10,000 there for Smooya. Prophecy, they need to make it 13-12 or maybe even 13-13 if they want a chance of breaking that T bank. It's looking extremely unlikely here. Anyway, though, enough of that. UMP for Quicks, 3 M4s as well onto Calais, Arch and Fleeve. AWP again onto Collar, but this time no Kevlar, glass cannon, Scouts, glass cannon, AWPs. What can they really merit though? One shot, one bullet from the AKs will trigger the aim punch and send his crosshair soaring and basically render his AWP useless. Nevertheless, it seems like Epsilon are going to be copying the same TD focus from Prophecy, 3 towards Ali, and there you have it.
Pushes coming in. Trying to make this play work. Kolor, he's only got 1. He's hungry to try and find more frags, but you can see the paranoia as he knows Ivy has been overwhelmed and overrun. They get through as well. The smoke goes down. They can tiptoe through the back line, work round A2, and then try and strike towards the bomb site as they slowly adjust. There it is, a late play from Barbar, but he actually does take down Arch. Kolor as well falls. It's a 2 versus 3 now as Fleeve strikes over at B.
Man advantage run out for Epsilon. No kits again for the CT side, but luckily Calais turns into a 2 versus 2, and they spot out Smooth up as well.
They know the locations of the remaining Ts. They know where that bomb is. Cosmin just has to hold a tango here, essentially. Who's going to be faster? He will be Fleeve. He's furious on the trigger right now as he's finding so many frags. Smooya will adjust and take him down to 1v1.
He saw Calais there towards Pop Dog. He knows exactly where he is. He can plant now and scope towards Slope or Heaven, potentially win the round, but it's a good read here from Calais. He won't be expecting Calais to come through Connector, or does he? Smooth's a very smart man. Let's see if he can transition it though into Counter-Strike.
Is he going to be smart enough to try and read this play?
God.
Backs off, goes for the smart plant, tries to bait him in, but he can't quite do it, gets taken down. He's overwhelmed, peeks into the spam from Calais, and the M4 will pick up the round.
Doesn't hear a footstep, but still expects the play from Calais. And there you have it. 13-11 as finally they managed to bring back a buy round and going into round number 25. It's still going to be 4 by the Epsilon. I mentioned before that Prophecy going to have to win multiple rounds consecutively if they want a chance of breaking the money that Epsilon have managed to establish behind themselves after winning so many in the trot and cleanly as well versus the Ecos. Famas for Arch. 2 M4s. UMP and an AWP there for Caller once again, but this time he has Kevlar. Let's see if he gets more aggressive with it.
Smooya on the opening round here. He gets the first, so imagine Freddie B's going to start to do some damage here as well, but Smooya's actually just running through. The Maeve goes down. Freddie B should be ready for this response. It's Barbar to do some work with the AK-47 as he throws the clip in and starts to slay. Finding all the frags, Smooya will get that one. They get the reset and the round. Round 14 is now claimed. They are so close to getting their second map and going 2-0.
1 away from winning the finals as well at that point. £40,000 goes to the winner between these two teams. So, into the next one. Scout again onto Calais. Oh, actually, first time we see it on Calais. This could potentially be the final buy for Prophecy as they force it into potentially the penultimate round here. as Epsilon gets a 14-2 away from finishing the job.
The nades go down early. Fleeve attempts to play around the smoke, but Maeve will spot him out with the AK. Removes him. Prophecy. They need to be impactful with this one. Snods, even though they have the weaker buy, they need to just try and do something, throw it all in, and hope for the absolute best, because they're losing numbers. They're just left with a Deagle, a CZ, and a Scout. Sure, you've got armor, but you're going up against the well-armed side of Epsilon that are finding the frags in a matter of seconds. It's just on Calais.
Bomb going towards B. Calais alone towards Quad right now, beside Green Train. Bomb should be planted towards the B side. Calais has no Kevlar, no utility, no kit as well. The chance of him winning this is basically 1 to 100. Nevertheless, though, it's going to go 15 here. And there you have it. Smooth on the final one, 15 to 11 now. Match point for Epsilon. It's looking extremely likely now they finish the job here and make it 2 to 0 in the final. So I believe the next map is Inferno. And that was the map that Prophecy were expecting Epsilon to ban. Or vice versa, sorry. They thought that Epsilon would ban Nuke and they could ban Inferno.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Epsilon, they essentially won the veto as they banned Cobblestone, and Prophecy are forced into that Nuke ban. Smooth goes for the first pick. We'll go for the repick as well, actually.
Trying his best as he wants to make these explosive openers. You can see him and Freddie B have actually switched up a little bit now on who's going to be trying to take the aggressive peek towards the A-bomb. So Quicks walks straight into him as well, gives away the opening frag. Freddie B starts to do damage. Barbar is there to attempt to retaliate as well, but he doesn't quite know the location of the CTs as this push is coming through. Freddie B goes down to the CZ in close range. They do have B site control, and the bomb has to loop all the way back round. Barbar luckily staying alive.
2 versus 3 low HP onto Maven. Barbar Fleeve alone towards the B-bombs as the rotations and the backup and the cavalry arrive here. But as I say, that the arch goes down. Another bomb on the back of Barbar shall be able to enter this B-bomb site, especially as well as Cosmian finds the kill onto Fleeve. Once again, Calais in the 1 versus 3.
And they're going to double rotate off, just toying with them right now. Calais so close towards Cosmian, lands the no-scope there, the unzoom, as he finds the headshot on towards Cosmian. Going to bound through the smoke, leap straight into action. As he just waits, actually, plays around a little bit. Going to try and use the time to his advantage. Listening out for the audio cue, the bomb going down. No reason to strike before then. You can see him edging himself ever so closer, trying to build up the confidence to go for this audacious play. Spots Alim out, takes down Maeve. It's all up to Barbar. Surely not another clutch to keep Prophecy alive. Unfortunately not. Barbar will walk around the sideline. He gets that round. It's another map going the way of Epsilon. Already 2 maps under their belt, 1 away from taking the grand final.
Exactly. 1 map now for Epsilon. They're so close to the finish line of eventually crossing it, getting £40,000 into their bank accounts, and that's not too bad for a 1-day job.
That's true. Exciting stuff though. Prophecy, they got some momentum. They tried to bring it back. They were showing signs as if they could almost go toe-to-toe here, but then crumbled towards the end.
That's the issue. Yes, they eventually get rounds, but when you include the first map as well, 16-0 and the 5-0, I can't remember what it was. It was a bit, well, whatever I said on the cast. 22 attempts to get a first round there from Prophecy. Simply put, you cannot give that much of a buffer, that much of a lead to Epsilon, because as soon as they get the momentum, they grab it and they just run with it.
It's true. And they just absolutely got out of there as well. So fantastic. Even the clutch rounds they were picking up just of sheer dominance. You can still see just how different the skill gap is there as they were able to lock it down.
You saw the incredible 1 versus 4 as well from Fleeve, and that wasn't even enough of a play to set up the rest of the half as well for the CT side of Prophecy. They get a miracle round. You're never going to be getting that again in this final. A 1 versus 4 with no kit, facing those odds, and still that was enough to allow them to prevail and maybe get a map here as already goes 2-0.
It's true. Needing 3 maps to take the grand final. But right now, all I need is 3 beautiful men. So let's get back over to the desk.
Where we will have to do. Thank you very much, Jackie and Snods, for looking after that cast. Well, there you have it then. Epsilon taking the first map, which was Mirage, 16-0, and then that one, 16-11 on Train. Barbar getting that final kill to close things out. But I tell you what, Prophecy did do a better job there, you know, trying to get back into this match.
Yeah, it was a much better performance, especially from Fleeve, honestly. He put in a hell of a star performance. 28 kills, not enough, evidently.
Yeah, not enough of teammates backing him up. But we did see a stronger showing from Prophecy. I mean, I was clapping in the arena when Prophecy got that final and first win. I mean, can they do this? I mean, can we go into that map 3 and get that win?
I think map 3 is probably one of the toughest they're playing. It's Overpass, which we know is Smooya's absolute playground. He loves it. One of his favourite maps in the game. So this could be very tough for them. Obviously, we saw a much better performance from them there. That was a great map. It was a much better performance. But going on to Overpass, this is the most challenging one they're going to play. And I mean, after train, it's even more of a challenge. So they need to step up further. They need to just keep stepping up and up and up if they want a chance.
Yeah, I mean, you almost sound emotional, Harold. I can hear it in your voice.
Yeah.
There is an emotion there, and I don't want you to cry if Prophecy don't manage this. We're going to have a little break before you have map 3. You're going to hold up?
I would like some tissues.
Okay, don't know we can get those for you. Listen, SEO, Prophecy had a situation where they got back in it, got those 11 rounds. Wasn't quite enough. Epsilon just showed they were the mighty team. What happened in round 17 that really came to your attention?
Yeah, because this is after Prophecy got the pistol round. So obviously they're starting the second half very, very well. Fleeve had a heck of a pistol round, 3 kills. And they're up against a full eco. It's like no armor, it's just pistols. Maeve's got a Glock, and he actually gets the first kill somehow. It's a round you shouldn't be losing, really. No. But somehow they end up going down 2 men quickly, and then it all just falls apart. Arch is left on his own in a 1v3, I think it was, with a CZ only. Because obviously he's banking on the fact that they won't have armor, which is correct. It's a fine play to do. It's just unfortunate that his teammates haven't really pulled their own weight in this round, technically, I suppose.
Well, that's obviously when you're on that eco round and you manage to pick up those guns and then you use it against that team. But that's a round that Prophecy shouldn't be losing. They've got the advantage and they need to close it out, don't they? Yeah,
that's why I highlighted it. It's just like, it's one of those things, you shouldn't be able to lose that round at all. It's something you kind of bank on. Like, usually when you win pistol and you know that they've planted that first round, they tend to buy in the third. And it means they won't have armor second round, they'll just have maybe like a P250, like a Tech 9, Deagle. That'll be it. And it should be like a guarantee we'll have these first 2 rounds in the bank. There's no reason to like worry about it. But they didn't even convert that. No.
Harold, I need you to hold on in there, okay? We'll get you some tissues
I'm getting
with the emotions, because
good.
Yasmin is backstage with Arch from Prophecy. We'll find out what he thought about those first 2 maps.
I am indeed, and staying very far away from Harold and his germs. Arch, okay, so how are you finding this game so far?
I don't know. We're playing bad, actually. Not like last time. Last time we managed to come back, but now I don't know. Maybe we can still do it. We'll see.
Do you think that this break now is good for you to sort of like cool off, have a little moment and regroup?
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe.
Do you think, last week was amazing for Prophecy for you guys. Do you think you can do it again in the second bit?
We will try to do our best, but
Well, you're not hopeful. Well, I wish you all the luck. We won't keep you for any longer. We've got the second half coming up. Okay, back to you, Tom.
Thank you very much, Yasmin. Wow, you can see the emotions there on Arch. Deflated is one word for it. I know Snods uses another one when he's casting, but it really is under pressure there. And even when they've got a break now to regroup and have a think about what they've done wrong and then correct it in game 3, but it looks almost over by his body language.
Yeah, he looked a bit defeated, honestly. It kind of looks like they've kind of already given up. Like, obviously, like Harold mentioned, Train is kind of their map that he felt like they needed to pick up. And it's possible that the players felt like that was possible, like the main thing they needed to. So the body language isn't very inspiring, I suppose.
No, definitely not inspiring. But Harold, surely there's a coach back there who could just shake those players and go, come on, we're still in this. We've not lost yet in the grand final. But, there's still 40 grand. What do you want, lads? Do you want 20 grand or do you want 40 grand?
Well,
right, get back in
I don't think that's quite a question that they would... obviously, they want 40 grand. Everyone wants 40 grand. The point is they're not playing Counter-Strike at a high enough level to earn 40 grand right now. They need to wake up. I don't think the coach is a particularly hands-on coach. He's more of a manager. But if possible, get them together, bang their heads together, say, listen, chum, wake it up, all right? Because I'm sick and tired of this skullduggery.
Okay, but that's fair, and those are strong words that I don't know if we're allowed to say, actually. But you've sold it as best you could. The thing is, in round 20, Fleeve had a 4v1, and I think that is the sort of performance we need to see more of from Prophecy, don't we?
Yeah, like I said, he had a heck of a game. Like, even the CT just run, he got 3 kills. The 1v4, again, something that he really, he probably shouldn't have ever been a possibility to win this round, to be honest. Like, it's, odds on of winning maybe a 3v1 is like 80% that you're not going to win. 1v4 is probably more like 95 to 99. It's like really unlikely, and somehow he pulls it out of the bag without a kit as well, which, it's 10-second defuse possibility, I think it was 35 seconds left when he got that last kill there. So that the other player's kind of worrying. It was Barbar, to be fair. Like, so probably the best person you can have in that situation, really. Like, most experienced, knows what to do. But Flea he played it very well.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see, Barbar on 56 health there. But yeah, I mean, you know, Barbar normally is that person that can deliver.
The key bit is 3 bullets, so he needed that headshot. It was the last bullet as well.
Which is epic.
Yeah, I think it was like 5 seconds left from that bomb.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we heard from Arch from Prophecy just a moment ago. Body language and inspiration drained from him, but I'm sure the IGL for Epsilon is looking very confident. He's with Yasmin right now.
I'm indeed backstage with Barbar, and what I just said to him off mic was every week your confidence and your posture is so, I love it, it's very entertaining. How are you finding this first part of the game now? Obviously it's great.
Yeah, no, we have 2-0 now and it was a real smash on the first map, you know. Yeah, no, it's just to keep focus, you know. Like we've seen worse things happen before, you know, so no, it's one more map at least, you know, and then, yeah, then we can be happy at least.
What went so right for you? What was going so right for you on this first map?
I think we came in swinging, actually, you know. Everyone was hitting really good shots, you know, and then they weren't really prepared for it, I think. They played it pretty poorly, to be honest. Also, there was many situations that shouldn't be in our favor. But, yeah, no, 6-0 was some time ago.
Now, during this break, it's a bit of a big gap for you guys. What do you do now? Do you keep the spirits up? Do you go for food? What's going on?
Yeah, no, we're going to eat something, I think. We only ate breakfast this morning, so some food, maybe at the Wagamama's, you know, and then, yeah, come back here and play, I guess.
Nice. I love this guy. Tom, back to you.
Thank you very much, Yasmin. The confidence of Barbar. They only ate breakfast this morning. Oh, that's how deadly they are. But yeah, they can walk away from this right now and just take a bit of time and then come back and get the job done. Is that how you see it going?
Definitely. It's just a case of remember where you are. There's no reason to be kind of like nervous. You're already 2-0 up. There's no real, like, they'd have to win 2 more matches until I feel like you need to get worried in a sense. So they've got plenty of room to just kind of relax a bit, have some food, obviously, maybe have some lunch today. Lunch
comes at lunchtime, yeah perfect. Yeah. Harold.
I'm glad we've all established how meals work.
Well, Barbar was doing it, I thought we'd just add to it. And then dinner will be at,
well, probably
whenever you want.
Really.
Quite late, yeah, exactly. Harold, what do you see with Epsilon and Prophecy? Prophecy have it all to do. You know, the 2 get maps down. Epsilon can come out. It could even get a bit more puggy. They could just play a bit more free, couldn't they?
I think having a bit of time to reflect will definitely work out for Prophecy. They can go away now. They can have a bit of a chat. They can say, right, this went wrong, this went right. There were some good points of their play. Whether they can come back on overpass and potentially stick it to the man, I don't know. But they've got an opportunity now to go away. To be honest, if I was them, I would spend the next 3-4 hours downstairs pracking, not downstairs, just I would spend the next couple of hours pracking away, making sure that when I come back, I am clicking heads and doing nothing else.
Yeah, perfect. Well, listen, SEO, Harold, thank you so much, and everyone in the Gfinity Arena right now. The Elite Series Counter-Strike final has reached the halfway stage, with Epsilon in a commanding position, just 1 map away from victory. The players will take a little break right now, and so will we. So rejoin us at 6 p.m. for the crucial final maps as Elite Series Season 1 comes to a close. Welcome along to the Gfinity Arena and the grand final of the Counter-Strike competition. It's taken us 8 weeks of intense action to get to this point, as we have cut 8 teams down to 2. But there is still one more trophy to present. It is Epsilon against Prophecy, the second and third place finishers in the regular season, respectively. Both teams made up of European all-stars, and they are elite Counter-Strike players. We are in fact halfway through this final, having got underway at 1 o'clock this afternoon, and so far it's been absolutely enthralling. Our grand final started on Map Mirage, and Epsilon immediately set a ferocious pace, racing to an early lead.
It looks like this is going to be Epsilon grabbing Map 1. Oh. So close. But unfortunately for him, he's faced by Barber.
Who saw that coming, hey? A 16-0 on the first Map Mirage. And Map 2, Train, was more of the same. Epsilon on the march.
It's another map going the way of Epsilon. One away from taking the grand final.
We came in swinging, actually, you know. Everyone was hitting really good shots, you know, and then they weren't really prepared for it, I think.
So that is the action from earlier on today, and you can see that Epsilon have a commanding lead. The first map was a whitewash. They extended their lead on Train, and now Prophecy have it all to do, starting from our third map, Overpass, which they must win to have any chance of being crowned the Elite Series champion. So welcome along to the show. It's very exciting because this is the last bit of action for Season 1 of the Elite Series. I am joined on this desk, they're both very excited. I've got Csgo, and I'm also joined by Harold. I mean, we've seen some incredible action today, and it really, Epsilon have galloped, and I'm using that phrase, to a commanding 2-0 lead. But it's all in Prophecy's court, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously they have to pull off a reverse sweep here, which is something we don't usually see at all, but it's always possible, of course. We've thought of that the past few weeks. Anything is possible.
Yeah, definitely. Now, in this sort of format for the final, it's a best of 5, so the first team to win 3 maps. That is the new format. Has that played into any of the tactics today?
I don't think it plays into the individual maps, but overall the result is obviously very much determined by which team is more experienced, which team is able to endure the long slog more. And a lot of teams will rarely have to play 3 maps in one go. So playing 3 maps for one series is going to come as a change, and I think it does favour Epsilon. So I think the result we've seen, it has been affected by that, but big break. There's more time. It's not over.
Yeah, there's always time, Harold. Harold, there is always time. Listen, Csgo, when we look at map 1, I mean, it just raced into a lead, didn't they, Epsilon? Getting that 16-0 whitewash, which happens how many times? Is that, if anyone new to CSGO, is that regular that happens?
It's a very rare thing, especially on like a stage environment like this. I've been 16-0 in the past on stage. You probably see it maybe 1 in 60 games, maybe something like that, on stage especially. It's probably even lower than that. It's very rare, and Prophecy have had it twice so far this season. The only teams to actually be 16-0 so far as well.
Yeah.
Twice in one season. It's, I would say unlucky, but...
Demoralising. Surely it's going to be demoralising. But would they have... Their head sort of dropped a little bit, but, one map, it's not the end of the world. As long as you win 3 more, then you are crowned the Elite Series champion. But, I mean, did you feel like their heads dropped at this point throughout the match? Yeah, definitely. I mean, after Mirage, they would have been in a tough state. But this is what it's all about. They're in a final. They have to be able to come back from a result like that. And if they were to go on to win the series, for example, then they would be such a better team than if they were to 3-0 it. They would be so much stronger for being able to come back from a result like that. So that would give them so much more confidence, so much more strength in the long run. But obviously they'd have to win first. So yeah, and let's not forget the semi-final Csgo before we talk about map 2, which was Train. They have had an incredible comeback, and that was against the team that everyone picked at the beginning to make it to the final and potentially win the whole Elite Series. That was against Envyus. So they have it in the locker. They are capable of this. Yeah, they're definitely capable of great comebacks. We've seen that last week, and as well as that was 14-3, but this is 2 entire maps down. This is an incredible hill to climb. I'm not sure if they'll be capable, but anything can happen. We didn't think they could come back last week, so I'll see them prove me wrong. Yeah, I mean, obviously in map 2, when we went to Train, Fleeve really did begin to perform like we expected him and wanted to see from him. That incredible clutch, coming back to win the round. Yeah, that 1v4 was a big sign of how he's been playing so far. The first map, we highlighted him kind of a bit of a, I wouldn't say a non-shower, but the second map, he kind of proves, I am here to play, I'm ready to do it, and it wasn't enough for his team, but hopefully the third map, everybody kind of gets on his level and actually starts contributing themselves. Yeah, I mean, some great action. I mean, what did you see from this play, Harold? Oh, I mean, it's just insane. This is so rare, so incredibly
skilled to be able to do this. You have to have so much knowledge, especially going up against someone like Barber. You know, that's a very, very experienced player. That's someone that's been playing this game for years and years and years, and that should be excellent in that situation. He plays great. His game sense is perfect. He knows exactly what he's doing, what he wants, how he's going to do it, and he executes it perfectly. And to do that with that kit as well, that's pretty crazy stuff. So props to Fleeve. And considering he's 16, that's mental. That's crazy. He's going to be a great player, one to watch for the future. But the thing is, we move into map 3, Overpass. They obviously, Prophecy lost that 16-11, so they definitely got some rounds on the board. But Overpass, we move into that one. This is Epsilon's pick. Is that a strong leaning towards them obviously winning this, or potentially Prophecy having a chance?
I feel like it leans towards Epsilon more than Prophecy in this situation. Like, obviously, this is basically the best choice of the last 3 maps available for Epsilon. So if they were to lose this match, arguably it favours Prophecy for the rest of the series, because they've had the choice of the maps from then onward. But third map, I can't see it favouring Prophecy. It's hard to, the morale situation, how the matchup's gone so far. It all favours Epsilon right now, I feel. Yeah,
what do you think about that, Harold? The Overpass? I mean, have Prophecy got a chance? Give me some hope. Give me a ray of light, please.
I'm not going to lie to you, Tom. This, on paper, is very much an Epsilon's map. Like I said before the break, this is Smoothie's playground. He loves it. So, unless Kolar can step up straight away, they are going to be in dire straits here. Obviously, there's a chance, but they really need to prove that to us.
Yeah, well, listen, guys, I've got hope. So Prophecy really need a hero. Someone needs to deliver for them to turn this final around. Which of these 5 men can carry them to victory?
I am Quix.
Doubles it up as he finds easy frags. Quix goes huge.
I am Fleeve.
That is just filthy stuff.
I'm Color.
Doing damage, picking everyone off.
I am Arch.
Arch has been such a key player in every round.
I am Color.
That's an unreal play from Calais. Prophecy, 10 rounds on the trot. Arch leaves himself with a 1v2. He finds the kill. And Prophecy take the win.
Very convincing indeed.
Okay, so I am here with Arch. We're 2-0 down, not a great start, but we have the second map, Overpass. How are you feeling that you can change things around?
We will try to refocus now and do our best, because it's final. You don't have anything to lose. We just need to do our best, that's all.
Do you feel quite confident going into the second half? I know the beginning was, it was unfortunate. However, we've got this next part. Do you feel like you are in with a chance of maybe winning this?
Of course we can do it. We were losing to Envy like 3-14. Then we did a comeback and won the entire series. So it's fine.
Do you have a key team player, or do you feel like you're just going to do it together?
I think everyone in our team can be a star in any game. So everyone can step up.
All right, well, good luck. We wish you all the luck. All right, back to you, Tom.
Thank you very much, Yasmin. Wow. Arch looks like a broken man at the moment, going into this with 2 maps down. It feels like he just needs a fire rocket just strapped to him, just to ignite some energy in him. I mean, it is possible, but when you look at their star players so far, Fleeve, I mean, what does he need to do to ignite those players?
I feel like he just needs to carry on going. When you see a team actually playing really well, you kind of think, well, I should probably try and help him as much as I can. So he needs to just keep going as he is. Really, one of the things he mentioned was any player can be a star performance so far in their team. Week 1 it was Callie, a few weeks later it was Quix. Last week it was Arch himself. Everybody can kind of pull out performances whenever it's possible. So hopefully they kind of back him up, I suppose is the best way to put it.
Yeah. Now, Harold, we always talk about the keys to victory. Is one of those keys to victory the fact that they just need to start believing? I mean, they dominated Envyus. Surely they must think, well, hey, they were the favourites, we've beaten them, we can do this.
Yeah, well, that's, a big key to victory on this one is their mind. They need to get back into this mentally, and that's exactly, what they're going to have to come back and do. It's like I've said, mental reset. That's exactly what they need to do. Gain momentum, that's key. If they don't gain momentum, they're in deep trouble. And like I said before, Colon needs to step up. He needs to put it to the man. Because when an AWP's going off and it's getting kills and kills and kills and opening up rounds, the rest of the team feels great. They can work off the back of that. They can do some damage. They can follow that up. If he can get his AWP rolling, especially on a map like Overpass, where AWP picks are available if you have an enemy AWP who's aggressive, which is what they're going up against. So they're going to be given an opportunity. It's up to them now to seize that, take advantage, and try and get themselves some rounds.
Yeah, you mentioned the AWP. He'll be up against Smuya. Listen, Team Epsilon are sitting pretty. 2 maps to the good. But if you weren't with us earlier, let me introduce you to their starting 5.
I am Barbar.
He lines him up, he knocks him down. Barbar wants it all.
I'm Freddy B.
Freddy B. That's 3 kills into the rounds. Massive clutch comes out.
I am Maeve.
Brilliant execution.
Pure skill.
I am Cosman.
Cosmin! That's a hat-trick spray down with a 5-7.
I am Smuya.
Cocky and audacious players just overpowering and just plowing their way through.
Winning a tournament would be nice. Twice as much money. I could buy a Rolex, and I'll be pretty happy with that.
But if you're Epsilon and you build a roster off of stars, this is the result.
Okay, so I am here backstage with the in-game leader himself, Barbar. Barbar, how are we doing?
We're good. We're good. We have 2-0 now, and yeah, it's not just another map for the 40K. Yeah.
So what? You just caught me off guard there. Every time with the confidence, I like it. I like it. It's what we're here for. It is a competition after all. Now going into the second map, Overpass. How are you feeling that you are going to perform?
Overpass is a little bit like up and down for us, but we did some really good games on it, and now it feels like we have some confidence. So I think it's going to be very hard for them to get a chance on Overpass.
Speaking of that confidence, do you Epsilon? Do you work as a team, or do you have that one key player that you think is going to take it for you?
No, it's probably the same answer as Arch gave. We have really talented players, and I think it's hard for them to match the players we have in raw skill and in how smart they are, etc. So I think we have a team full of stars, to be honest, and yeah, that's it.
Just oozing confidence. You definitely see yourself holding up that trophy and that the big 40 grand, don't you?
Yeah, you gotta visualize it before, that you're holding it in the end of the series, So that's what I did, and I'm gonna believe it until it's done.
Well, I won't hold you any longer. Final game, and I wish you all the luck. Thanks, Barbar. Back to you, Tom.
Thank you very much, Yasmin, and to Barbara as well. Visualization playing a key to their success today. The cool, calm, confident Barber, an important cog to that system and machine that's running along today. But Freddy B, we have always talked about him every single week. He just gets so many kills. He's in the top 3 of all performers in terms of ADR, first kills, and frag in general. I mean, how important is he for this third map today?
I feel like he's a big key. Obviously, he's been the star performer from that team. But honestly, everybody's been playing really well for them so far. Even Maeve, Maeve hasn't been the top player, even top 3 for them so far this season. But he was last few maps. He's been kind of popping off. It's been quite surprising, really. I was highlighting in the first map. I was like, Maeve's getting a lot of kills here. It's not usually like him. He's a support player.
Yeah, do you agree with that, Harold? Even Maeve. Those are the words of SEO. Even Maeve is doing well up there.
I've always supported Maeve. I remember watching Maeve when I was casting a different tournament, and he was always just, against somewhat lower skilled opponents, just picking up an AWP, having fun, going around, just killing people. And when, you have a player that has skill and you enable them to have fun, that's when you see true performance come through. And I think that's exactly what Epsilon are doing. They're enjoying themselves. They're having a good time. They're taking it easy.
If you were Prophecy, you'd be worried. The more fun they're having, the harder they are to
you can hear him giggling from down here, Tom.
I want to be part of that. I want to stop doing my job right now and go and hang out with them. But let's talk about the UK player that you can all watch wherever you are. Smuya, signed by this team. He seems to be finally settling in to this team. Signed as the AWPer, and he's doing his job.
Yeah, obviously the first kill stat there is the big one. 72 first kills, what is that? Just under 20% of his kills are actually entry kills.
And why is that so important for CSGO SEO?
Well, obviously it's a 5v5 game, so getting the first kill and around 20% of his kills are from that it's kind of huge because you can essentially rely on him to get a first kill and then you're one man up.
Yeah, you've got the man advantage.
Yeah, so having a one man up advantage, you can easily get trade kills and then take over the round from then on, essentially.
Yeah. How have you been impressed with the way that Smear has fitted into this team? The likes of Barbar settling him down?
Yeah, absolutely. You refer to Barbar as a cog. I would say he's more of a drive crank, really.
Okay, well,
he's the one that's making the rest of the cogs.
Yeah.
Sure, tomato. Yeah. He's the one making everyone work, and without him, obviously, no one's able to fit in. That's the thing. Smuya, he comes into this. Barbar enables him massively. He is the enabler, and when you get Smuya into a good position, they're the stats you're seeing. The first kills, that's insane. 72 first kills. That's 72 rounds. Yeah. Potentially won.
No wonder he walks around with a lot of confidence in the Gfinity arena, and confidence is one word for it. Listen, Herald, when we talk about the keys to victory, what do Epsilon need to do right now to just get this map in the bag and win that £40,000 prize money?
Well, like my keys to victory say, stay cool, keep it real, get hyped.
Wow, and that sounds like the lyrics
Simple.
for a great rap song. Is there any idea to taking those and trademarking them?
I'm pretty sure most of them probably have been used before, so I would not be keeping it original if I did that, but I would be keeping it real. So
thank you very much. That's why we love that. So those are the keys to victory. Right then, the players are nearly ready for what is set to be a crucial map 3. We'll have all the action on Overpass in just a couple of minutes' time.
Okay, we are preparing for the final of Csgo. It's very, very intense. And if you're just joining us, you missed a huge, huge day yesterday. 2 games, Rocket League and Street Fighter. In the final of Rocket League, we have Endpoint and Epsilon. Here's what you missed out.
First goal could be so important. Ball just bounced far and down and out, but what a shot! Repix is going to tie it. Not just missing the shot, but setting up a counter for Endpoint. Looks like both teams would fancy overtime. The nerves starting to creep in, but that's a wide open net for Cheerio! And he will tie Magnus and Doomsy at the top of the scoreboard.
I mean, if we look at their entire season, it's been such an up and down time, and this is going to be yet another one. Tinny putting into that top right-hand corner. They are just taking advantage of mistakes.
Coming in from Endpoint, they don't need another goal. They're just going to play it a little bit safe. Kissing a cut out by Heroic 50-50 like we just saw. And a fake on the goal line will let Alex 161 bring Epsilon just a little bit closer to tying the game.
By a rogue shot from someone else's half.
Once again, a midfield race just not fast enough. If you are an Epsilon fan, Endpoint are beating them to the ball with consistency.
Not overlook the fact that Endpoint's open conversion rate on series has not been stellar, and Data will try and take advantage of that. The opening goal for Epsilon, and if the stat stays true, this could be the game for Epsilon. Epsilon looking strong in this game. Tinny's going to be low on boost. They almost took it for a goal, but here it is. Apex turns it into the net, and it is a pull shot.
Beautifully done.
Epsilon do hold on. A goal there would have made it a very, very cautious situation indeed. But Repex gonna pick himself up. Yet another one.
Not able to break down what is a phenomenal Endpoint midfield defense. What a strike from Cheerio. 10 seconds. This is it. Epsilon need to score. That is a great shot, but Tinny once again always in position on the backboard, and he guides it to safety, and he guides Endpoint to victory.
The destination is the Gfinity Elite Series champions.
So here they are right now to collect their trophy. It's Endpoint.
A huge congratulations to Endpoint, who got to take home the trophy. And as they did, Tinny tweeted in and said, couldn't be proud of the team. We win the first Gfinity Elite Series. GG's to Epsilon. Look forward to seeing everyone in the next season.
fine. What a lovely Gfinity Arena crowd. You are joining us for the Elite Series Season 1 Grand Final of CSGO. It's the best of 5 maps, and currently, Epsilon taking on Prophecy, they have a 2-map lead, which means if they get another map, they win and will be crowned CSGO finalists. What are you doing with your eyes? Stop that. That's weirding me out. Listen, it is the map overpass. It's all to play for. Prophecy can get a way back into this, but if they don't and Epsilon win, that's a £40,000 prize to them, and they are crowned the champions. Let's talk about Overpass, gentlemen. You are the experts. Tell me everything, and everyone at home or wherever they are, what they need to know about Overpass.
Well, it's quite a big map in the broad sense. It's probably the biggest map available right now in the actual map pool. So I think it favours Epsilon just because, Barber mentioned they're not that comfortable on it. But I feel like compared to Prophecy right now, they're more comfortable in that broad sense. I feel like they're a lot more experienced, I say.
Yeah, what is the skill set that Epsilon have that Prophecy don't necessarily have that favours them at the moment?
I feel like it's mostly chemistry-based in this situation, so it's quite a weird map in the sense that you play 3 on one BAM site and then 2 on the other, with one guy kind of rotating in between from that site with more people. So in terms of experience and then chemistry as well, Epsilon have had the same 5 all weeks. They've played with that 5 on this map before. However, Prophecy, as far as I know, they have not played with Fleeve on this map.
Yeah.
So that could be a bit of an error on their part, having this slip through this this early into the map's situation, obviously. Yeah.
Did you feel the same, Harold, with this map Overpass? I mean, in your opinion, what is the significance of this map, and what are the things that we can look out for?
Well, obviously, it's an AWP-heavy map. Like Ben said, it's a quick rotate. You've got one player that is always going to be able to move in. You're always, or most of the time, going to be going up against 3 players on a site, unless you can get that entry kill. So entry kills are going to be absolutely key, no matter what. And that's where Smoothie comes in. He needs to be opening it up. He needs to be enabling Epsilon, and that'll be fine. If he can do that, shouldn't be a problem. That's where Kolor has to step up. He has to say, listen, Mr. Butterfield, no, enough is enough.
Yeah.
I'm going to put you in the deck.
In your place, in your place, yeah,
well,
definitely. Mr. Butterfield being Smoothie, his actual name. I can't believe you've revealed his actual name, Harold.
I know.
It happened. Hey,
Sorry,
let's deal with it. Let's move on.
I think it's on the internet, but
well, I'm sure you can use one of the search engines to find his actual name. Listen, but Harold's talking about the AWPing situation there. Is it down to the communication of the team and getting those rotations going on? When we look to Arch and his body language, there's a part of me that feels like they've already given up, but surely it's about having that good communication on this map.
Yeah, communication is a huge thing with rotations. Maps like this, it's like the Nuke, this map, and then Train are all like 3 maps where you need good communication, good rotations. So that's why I kind of felt like Epsilon were favouring on Train. There's like a situation where you need to have good rotation, good communication. I feel like Prophecy were lacking that. Obviously, you mentioned them sitting down after the game. They didn't even try and talk to each other. Hopefully they've recovered from that, because you need to have, even if you're losing, you start going down like 6-0, 7-0 or whatever. You need to keep the communication very high, keep it flowing, make sure nobody gets down, make sure everybody's talking. Otherwise, you are done. You're defeated. There's no reason to even try and fight back.
Well, hopefully they've had a good nutritionist who's got up there, got the fuel on board, maybe a coach. What if their manager being able to lean in their ear at some point and be able to tell them, listen, pull yourselves together. This is it. If you don't get this map, it's all over.
Well, something needs to be said. Something needs to be said, because it is that simple. If they lose this map, that's GG. So
a GG being good game.
Good game, of course.
Okay, good game.
That's what we say at the end when we finish a game. We say good game. Unless it was not, you say BG, which means bad game.
Okay, right.
Up to you, really.
Well, thank you very much for highlighting that, Harold. Listen, I want to get your predictions on this map. I know, and I think I can already predict where you're going to go with this, but predictions for this map, Overpass. Let's start with who looks more confident. Who's giving me the eye? I'm going to go with Harold. What do you predict for this then, please? We'll go to SEO first. SEO, what do you reckon for this?
I'm thinking quite a comfortable Epsilon win. I don't think Prophecy will be able to recover from the defeats earlier on. Probably a comfortable 16-5, 16-6.
Okay, don't go with your mind. Go with your heart right now. What do you really want in that heart of yours, Harold?
Seeing as I'm unbiased, I want nothing.
Okay.
I have to go with Epsilon. I have to be realistic in this world of
CSGO and esports
and whatnot.
Okay, well, listen, there you go. Those are the predictions from the experts. Let's see if that is, well, see if it comes true. I'm going to take a little mosey on here.
Hello,
here
Tom.
Gentlemen and Jackie, it's an exciting final. 2-0 up to Epsilon at the moment. But
yes.
Prophecy, in your opinion, can you go against the two experts over there? Predict this for Prophecy? What do they need
I'm going to have to agree, right?
What do they need to do to win it?
Prophecy to win it? Oh, my goodness. So far on the T sides, they've been really lackluster. They play so spread out and they play so loose. The problem is the setups that the CT, well, Epsilon and their CT sides are so strong together. The star players as well. When you're playing the loose style, the individual styles, you take the 1 versus 1s. The problem is if you take a 1 versus 1s, obviously Epsilon across the board, a higher skill, better caliber players, you know, those duels are going to go in the way of course, the Epsilon team.
Yeah, well, look at that. Look at the positivity towards Prophecy.
Oh, yeah, it should be a 3-0. It should be.
It exudes from Snods. Jackie, come on, give me something. And give everybody at home or wherever they may be, give them something. A ray of hope.
I think calling them experts is a bit of a bold claim to start with.
Hey,
Let's get that sorted.
Oh my goodness.
What we could do is we could definitely analyse that if you want. If you feel more stronger or confident
break down the dynamic.
Why they feel like they're experts and whether Herald actually has any
Ezio?
more buttons at the top of that shirt, and we can discuss that if you want.
I don't think we ever want to bring up shirts and Herald again.
Okay.
Let's just forget that ever happened and move on with our lives. Much like Prophecy are going to try to, but will they be able to?
Yeah, come on, there must be something or a tactic they can go for with Overpass that can give them a bit of hope. Maybe get a couple of rounds on the board, maybe start with T side and that just put some rounds on the board.
To be fair, I think Overpass is the worst potential map for him to actually get something going. This is the sad fact, right? This is kind of Smooya's home turf. He's going to be running around, he's going to be popping heads, he's going to be giving it.
Yeah, okay.
He's right. The problem is right now for Prophecy on the T side on Mirage and Train, they look so bad, so lackluster. The problem is, on a map like Overpass, Smooth's up towards the A side is just going to demolish them if they're trying to play that, not slow, but loose style of CS.
Okay, well, listen, I mean, you've heard it from Jackie and Snods, how positive they feel that Prophecy can win this and have a bit of a contest. But listen, we will see what happens. Gentlemen, enjoy this map, Overpass.
Overpass, Nods.
Yes.
It's going to be, I'd actually say quite a grueling one. I think there is always potential for it to be a little bit closer, but I think this has got to be strong suited towards Epsilon. This is going to be a bit of a show reel for some of the stuff we can see him do.
Yeah, especially Smooth towards the A side. There's so many long-range, clear angles. What I mean by clear angles is, well, essentially you're towards Banana, peeking up towards mid, towards Party. You can hold chopper connectors. They walk out through mid.
Yeah.
There's so many different angles. You can take a shot, fall back, take a shot, fall back, continuously back towards the A site. Maps like this is basically made for a player like Smooya, Wood and the AWP. As well, we saw how spread out, and the T sides from Prophecy were just so, what's the best word to describe it? Undisciplined, sloppy. They got picked off one by one. I mean, the first 3 Byrons and Mirage, Smooya got the first kill towards middle. That's just not good enough.
Yeah, you can't be allowing things like that to occur. They need to really lock it down early. And the thing is for Prophecy, are they actually going to have the confidence to go up against those high-octane players that are on Epsilon? Will they feel up to the task of going 1 versus 1 against Smooya when he's going for those big, wide and dire peaks? The thing is with Smooya as well, he kind of is such a big talking point because the fact he's sporadic. He's basically, you can't prepare for the sort of playstyle he brings to the table because it is very one-and-done angles. You're going to see early connector faces, early long takes. It's always going to be quite all over the place, but with not much structure behind it.
The best way I like to describe it is controlled chaos from Smooya. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Every single round, he's thinking up of a new angle, creative as well with his setups he has in the CT side and the way he positions his AWP. Always able to catch players off guard, and, well, we saw exactly that happen and unfold on our screens on the first 2 maps where Smooya's AWP on that CT side was towards middle, towards short, towards connected, towards A, towards B. It was everywhere. And Prophecy just walked into his scope 1 by 1 and gave away the advantage. But actually, oh no, Epsilon did win the knife round, which means they should be starting on the CT side. And again, this begs the question, what happens if Prophecy lose their T-side pistol? Do they get themselves into a rut once again?
Yeah, in what situation they're going to be able to actually find their form and things as well. In terms of the sides, I don't know if it really is going to be that decisive. All round, Epsilon have seemed like an incredible team on Overpass really in the past. They've shown a lot individually. All these players enjoy the map as well. They can thrive in it if they're put in the right scenario.
Oh yeah, for sure. So the question is from me on Prophecy, call us up if, well, they've lost the knife. They're probably going to start on their T side right now. Question is, what's going to happen? Do they play the map control style of CS? Obviously, 1 towards outside B, 1 towards connected, 3 towards A, take control of toilets, take control of banana, take control of A long, work the map, study from there. You can do your executes, you can take control of connector, do your fakes towards the A side, fakes towards B. As long as you have control of connector, you can, well, opens up the doors and opens up the opportunities to go for those fakes and have fast rotations in between sites on your T side.
Looks like things will be getting underway now, Snods, as well as the action should be kicking off. It is potentially the last map here of the grand final if Epsilon find this victory.
That's what's crazy about the fact that the first game we had the 16-0 Mirage. The analysis desk was actually longer. The segment on the analysis desk was longer than the actual game.
Yeah.
That's a testament of how strong and how, well, just the caliber of players run onto the Epsilon side, but nevertheless, we will be going into the pistol. And wow, Epsilon, they win the knife and they decide to start on the T side, I guess after having so much success. They're going to try carry forward. Right now, Prophecy sending 3 towards A. They're expecting to play from Epsilon to go towards the A side, but actually a good read here from Barbar.
Walking their way into the B-bomb site. Uncontested, essentially, for the meantime. The welcome out was down. They've rubbed their feet all over it as they've secured it for now. Just going to hold those aggressive afterplants as well. Barbar with a juicy double kill as he opens up the round somehow as well. Finds Kolor and Kali. Cosme will go down towards Arch, but even then, it's still 3 versus 4 retake.
Flee from behind. I guess one has to go even large if he wants a chance of maybe turning this one around, but Smooth was the jaw. It's going to be the 3 versus 2. There's a kit right now for the CT side, but eventually, everyone shall fall. There you have it. 3 players staying alive for Epsilon on the T side, and they go 4 out of 5 so far in terms of the pistols. So, we saw what happened. A Mirage and Train. Oh, so crisp. There's an issue, right? For Prophecy, they're slow burners.
Yeah.
It seems like they always go 0-5, 0-6 down, and then eventually they get momentum, they get their rounds going in their favor, and they manage to, well, patch things, make it work. Nevertheless, they're 5 towards B from Epsilon.
They find their 4 minutes too late, but into this round, Arch will get the opener. Pops down with a CZ, makes mincemeat out of Barbar, but Maeve was luckily in position to try and retaliate with the UMPs. Nets himself an extra bit of cash and that frag. Fleef and Quick's ready for the short push as well, so if a B play does come into this round, there is a good stack of defense there from Prophecy.
Ooh. There you have it, the drive by there from Fleef, but eventually gets spun out towards Pillar. And Smooth now going to try and slowly but surely make his way towards that B-bomb site. Gets the kill, tries to go towards Heaven as well, but doesn't quite get the shot just yet, but nevertheless, a man advantage here. Make it 2. And 3 as eventually all those players do fall. It's going to be 2-0 now. So, another question as well, once the buy round does occur, are Epsilon going to bring forward their SMGs once again? We saw what happened on the first map, and the second map as well. They'll bring forward UMPs, they'll disregard MP9s or MAC-10s, but obviously the confidence right now that Epsilon have, will they carry forward these MAC-10s in case they do win this one? But anyway, round number 3, 2-0 right now, and another round here where Prophecy are on eco, and another scenario where Epsilon have a chance to build even more cash.
Well, Cosme with the early opener as well, finds out Kali and will take him down ever so swiftly. The long push is there, but no one's going to push up close and personal. Everyone's just playing from range, so Cosme's able to find these frags, back off as he likes, and get away absolutely scot-free.
4 versus 3. Obviously the kills so far on the AKs are the best scenario. You want the kills on the MAC-10 so you can stab as much cash as possible, but nevertheless it will be 2 versus 3. But look at that, they can save these AKs into the next round, but unless Freddy B comes in with his SMG and already smites one of them down.
Freddy B eliminating Fleeve is going to be pretty useful for them. Kolor as well. Left on 17 HP right now as he is just waiting for this push to come through. They're going to try and hunt him down. If they can find the kill, it denies them saving an AK and forces Prophecy to reinvest everything they get into that first full buy.
Yep. Obviously for Smooth, being the AWPer, you want him to stack up the most money, be efficient with it as well, so we can afford the AWP round after round on their T side. Are we going to see some crazy hero players from Smooth play aggressive, go towards, actually towards B short typically. When he gets aggressive and audacious with the AWP, tends to go towards B short and trigger the kill towards the player, towards barrels, towards water, and towards that default site. Nevertheless, though, 3-0. They will save 1 AK, so they will save the CT side $3,100 instead of having to buy them 4. But really, it won't make too much of an impact as we go into the first buy round. Let's see what the buy's going to be like. AWP onto Collar for the CT side, and apart from that, 4 rifles. Kits, thankfully, onto Kali, and decent utilities as well for the CT side, but for Epsilon, the AWP onto Smooth. Let's see how the Kolor versus Smooth challenge or the AWP duel does begin.
Yeah, Kolor needs to be incredible into this. It's really relying quite heavily on him actually performing and living up to the hype. In the early couple of weeks, back in the group stage as well, Kolor was massive on quite a few of the maps we've seen already in the grand final. He would roam in, he'd find the early contact frags, but is he going to be able to bring that playstyle against Smooth?
It seems like teams weren't expecting the level of skill he had on the AWP. So much finesse. Very good at hitting the hard shots. The fast flicks, and playing aggressive with the AWP. The question is, though, do you have method behind your madness? Are you smart with the AWP? That's a big issue. That's one of the things with Smooth, is the fact that he's so efficient with it, always catching his enemies off guard. When we saw Epsilon play versus Prophecy in regular season, they 2-0'd them. And actually, Smooth dominated Kolor. It's a bit of a rivalry there. Nevertheless, though, Freddy B this time towards short, trying to get the first kill. Prophecy, they have 1 player towards Heaven, 2 towards B side, 2 towards A side. The reason they have Quick towards Heaven is because he has fast rotation. He can rotate towards the A site or towards B, but already Maeve is down, qualifies the first.
It's a good situation to be in, actually. Them finding the initial opening frag. Smooth will return fire, but Kolor actually has the timing in his favor. When he peeks out, Smooth was forced to reload. He's wide open towards long, so he takes him down. It is a 3 versus 4, but the AKs can definitely strike quite effectively if the marksmanship of Cosmin and the timing works in his favor.
Smoke goes out towards default. The bomb towards Banana. They might be waiting for Freddy B towards B short to try and get an impact towards the B side and sell a fake back. You can see already if he gets his kill now onto Fleeve towards B, there's a chance they go back with 10 seconds left. They're going to make the commitment towards that A side, but already Fleeve and Collar strike. It's going to be Cosmin now the 1 versus 4.
Cosmin has to go huger as well, deny weapons if possible, but there's no time. He is just going to have to try and back off. They do peek towards him, so he can eliminate Kolor. Actually might be able to save the AWP as well, depending on how it goes, but Quicks takes him down.
Does indeed. So it goes 3-1 now. Epsilon should have enough money to buy up, nevertheless, though. It's the first shot there. Catching Smooth towards long. Maeve going towards connector. Great round there from the Hungarian star. But anyway, round number 5 shall begin. 1-3 being the scoreline on Epsilon. Look at the buy. Would have thought it's a lot better there, considering how clean they were versus the Ecos. But they're going to go for the fast play towards that B site and see if Kolor can test them once again.
Kolor already focusing in towards Monster right now. They're baiting him out a little bit as they bound across off side to side, trying to force him to fire, give away his position and commit into that. But no one actually going to draw out the fire just yet. He will be holding strong. They are taking the hit from short though. Is he going to be ready to reposition? They bound out through the smoke. The flashbangs are soon through. Everyone is blind and dazed right now, but Smooya and May find the opening kills. There will be trades back in their favor. But Freddy B and Barbar, they've got the rifles. Can they actually strike with them though?
So, quick step towards short. We'll take down Freddy B. Barbar now on the 1 versus 3. They don't know where he is just yet, so he can maybe get a kill, as they don't know his exact location, but eventually he will go down. 3-2 now. It seems like Prophecy on the buy rounds are able to get and conjure up a bit of momentum here, as they probably will force an eco from Epsilon. It's looking likely as well, Jack, that this shall go to a 3-3 scoreline. And there you have it. Deagle's brought up to a few players there from Epsilon. It's looking like the eco coming out, and it should be 3-3. But then again, we saw on train, Epsilon did take a full eco.
All they have to do as well, basically focus on just dealing damage at this point. They need to wean out the growth of the economy of Prophecy, leave them in an unfavorable situation that they're not going to be too happy about early on. Kolor as well, playing it smart as he plays his own game against Smooya and does find the initial frag.
There you have it, the first kill off the back of the Hungarian AWP. They charge towards a long, quick stab rotating there, going to be able to halt the push as Epsilon try to rush down long to get the bomb down.
Is he going to be fast enough, though, to find these kills as they do want to overwhelm and push in? Nice flashbang will go out, so they're going to be a little bit blind. They're not really as effective as he spams away. Him and Kale will go 2 for 2 as they take him down.
So, on to the next one. The second full buy round here of game number 3 of the grand finals. So, round number 7. 3-3 being the scoreline. 4 AKs AWP onto Smee once again, but no utility there for Owen Butterfield. And actually, Maeve was the one to drop the AWP to Smee. Right now for the CT side, you can see they've got roughly 4,000 across the board. Epsilon, they're going to have to chain rounds together if they want a chance of breaking that CT side economy. They need to make it 4-3, maybe 5-3 and break that money. But you can see already, Smee getting aggressive towards B short, B sewers, towards that B bomb site I mentioned before. When he gets aggressive, and oh my goodness, that's a great angle. I've never seen that before. Catching Kolor off guard, but actually look at the counter-aggression here from Kale.
Maeve, it's not all fun and games. It's in the playground, still finding frags. Kale as well, coming from behind, is going to be able to claim one as he takes him down. The bomb is there as well. They didn't quite get the information of that just yet, and in the meantime, Barbar is still finding impact kills. Cosmin will eliminate them. He just comes down to Fleeve, trapped towards the B bomb site. He has been fantastic for Prophecy today, but he couldn't go that huge at B.
Yep. Already had 1 versus 4. It's not going to be a second one. And there you have it, 3-4 now as Epsilon finally get a buy round going in their favor. Question is, how much cash was Prophecy able to conjure up and establish after winning 3 rounds of the drop? Is that a boost, or does he simply go on the slide there? I think he just went on the slide.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Catching Kolor off guard, not expecting that off angle there towards playground, but nevertheless. So the money, thanks to Sliggy there. So, Prophecy, they need this round. Epsilon, if they take it, make it 5-3, they break the money of Prophecy and force an eco. Potentially make this 6-3 and have a very good start here already on their T side of overpass. But then again, they have to challenge the AWP of Kolor once again. Bomb left towards T stairs. Looking at the normal T for here, as I mentioned before in the preface. 1 towards connector, 1 towards B, and 3 towards the A side to take control of the real estate towards A, towards A long, towards toilets, and of course towards Banana.
Got the AWP on Smooya as well, so he can try and take those long-range firefights, see if he can blow open anything to give them more leeway to play with as the rounds will develop. They've got about 1 minute and 10 seconds left into this one as well, as they're trying to take it slow, encroach through, gain that map control section by section. Kolor is going to be the first point of contact. Those is the frontline infantry. They get him down fairly low and he's forced to retreat.
Calais though towards connector. Oh, Barbar actually exiting connector and now coming down the steps. It's going to be Maeve, eventually goes down. There you have it. Calais finds the first, the 5 versus 4 now, 40 seconds left. The bomb lost in translation towards connector, but actually Barbar does find the kill. It's going to be the 4 versus 4 now. Kolor is low with the op towards the A site. Question is, do they go towards A or B? They don't have control of connector. But now they do. They're going to be going back towards the B side. Let's see if Freddie B can open it up.
Freddie B has to be huge into this round. They might be in an equal situation, but in terms of firepower, he is miles above Fleeve as well. Caught off guard there, tunnel visioned in towards Freddie B's location, focusing on short. Gets sidelined by Monster. Freddie still continuing his rampage as well, as he'll get another frag as he eliminates Quicks. And it's just Kolor remaining. Kolor not wanting to risk losing the AWP as well. Most likely just going to have to just go for the save.
Yep, son of a good AWPer is knowing when to save as well. AWP is actually such a strong weapon, even on a pistol round or just pistols around the AWP. You can have so much impact with it. Have a good spawn. Peek towards want to get the first kill. Go back towards connect to get the second one. You see what I mean? It's like dominoes. Falling one after the other. But nevertheless, Epsilon, they win one after the other. And now they should be breaking the bank here of Prophecy. And if they force the eco as well, which they will, you can see USPs run out. 5 USPs across the board. No Kevlar as well brought up for the CT side. As I said, they will buy a few, but nevertheless, it shall be. Round number 9, 5-3. It's looking likely that it shall go 6-3 though.
Heavy aggression here coming out early as well from Prophecy. They want to try and play this a bit more shock and awe when they only are on the eco, because they know they can't play it out like a proper gun round, so they're just going to wait, play the wards long like they did previously, jump out, take the fight, see if they can actually catch them off guard. Smooth, a nice pre-fire as well as he comes around with the AWP. Alive and kicking as he finds that frag. Calais will be able to do a tad of damage with the CZ. We'll tap away and find 1 kill. Calais actually doubles it up as well as Smooth goes down. They can recover the AWP and the AK.
It's a good reply from Epsilon. As soon as the call's given out that there's 4 towards A long, they make the instant transition towards the B bomb side. They know that there's only going to be 1 at maximum player there. And now they can potentially save the open AK, but actually Freddie B has got a different idea.
Freddie's incredible at this, just peeking out, finding those swift headshots. Whenever it's him holding an angle where you have to peek into his crosshair, he's going to win that fight every time.
Of course. Labelled the best player in the Elite Series. Smooth labelled the best player in the UK. And we're playing on UK soil, so of course, he's going to be one of the stars of the show. So, as predicted, it shall go 6-3 as the bomb will eventually tick down and expire. As we go into round number 10, Prophecy, what are they going to be bringing to the table here? How are they going to change things up? Because they actually only won 1 buy round, and then they forced a weak buy from us, and they won that, then an eco, they won that. So, if they lose this one, their money shall be shattered once again as we go into round number 10. What's the call going to be from Barbar? He knows he has the advantage in terms of the economy, the utility. How is he going to utilize that? Is he going to go for a fast play, try to catch Prophecy off guard towards the B side, off towards connector? I guess we're about to find out. Anyway, it's going to be the 2 opposite up there for the CT side. Quicks and Call. I like this play. If they can get rather aggressive with it, they should be able to catch Epsilon off guard. And as I said, is he going to get aggressive? Already 4 players towards B short.
This is so clever as well. The boost came out. You get that secondary AWP that's now being wielded by Quicks in the elevated angle. You can snipe down Smooya. You remove their star player in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, but now that you know the AWP is towards B or A AWP is towards B, you can execute upon it. Flash it off the angles, force the AWP back, render it useless. Smoke off towards CT lower, smoke off towards Heaven, have the Molotovs as well towards Graffiti, and tunnel and force back the CTs.
Oh, they're playing the close angle as the support of Fleeve, but they actually realise what's occurring. Struggle Barbar with the double entries. He saw through the sky. Barbar is reigning supreme right now. Cosmin as well finds that first kill, takes down Arch. It's a 2 versus 3 retake, but the silver lining is Epsilon. Everyone is fairly weak. The Molotov doing damage as well. They start to tick down. 35 HP, 10 and 10 HP shared by Barbar and Freddie B. The entries will start to come in ever so soon as they enter their way towards the bomb site. Kolor snipes down Cosmin. He's ready for more, but he's caught off guard as he had his pants around his ankles. Barbar is still finding all of these frags. They're just toying with Calais right now. As he's got to get behind them, Calais will actually get that 1 kill. Switches out to the AWP as well.
He picked up a kit.
Grabs the kit, jumps on the bomb. Freddie B's just going to run and try and go for the knife. He'll just take 1 left click. Oh, gets it!
What was that, 5 left clicks? He could have got 1-2, then the right click. The 1-2 jab and the right cross there. Oh, dearie me. There you have it. A miracle round 1 by Prophecy, the underdogs. Take 1. Only 1 player surviving though, so the economy won't be able to build. You can see Barbar. He's not really looking too stressed or upset yet. Obviously, now they paint a scenario where they can reset the money. Look, a UMP, a FAMAS for the CT side, no AWP as well for Color. So even though they won the round, they lost all 5 players, so their money is in tatters. And now round number 11, it will be 6-4, a 2-round advantage for Epsilon. But if they win this one, they'll break that money once again. If you break the CT bank, you can easily claim 3 rounds on the trot. But obviously, you still have to execute that round win.
Slow play so far. They want to try and take this map control and just work their way through. First contact does come out. Fleave's actually on the defending side as well as he spots them out. Arch providing a little bit of support as they advance into potentially better angles, just waiting for the push to come towards them, but no one really taking the fight. Just Maeve actually with a spam. That's huge. Arch just left on 2 HP into the early game. Kale takes down Cosmine though.
1 minute of the clock. Bomb making its way back towards the B side. Barbar again. He got the double entry last time. Can he do it again? It's a man disadvantage here for Epsilon. But there you have it. Barbar equalizes to the 4 versus 4.
Oh, he leads by example as he just sprints in and takes everyone down with his left and right hooks. It's a 3 versus 2 now remaining. To secure the bomb site. They're repeating history once more and they get themselves into these awkward situations. Is the retake going to happen? Again though, can Prophecy try and live up to the hype and keep this going? If they get reset, they're going to be left in a massive deficit. They're not going to be too happy about that. They do have utility, but it's all on quicks.
Yeah, no kit as well. Spotted the first player, that's Freddy B. Yes, they're low HP, but the bomb could be too far gone here. Let's get the first kill, but you can see already going to be throwing in the towel then, saving towards T-Spawn. Going to be cutting their losses going to round number 12. They will be saving 2 M4, well, an AK and an M4. No kits though, but decent utility down to Quicks and Kevlar, of course, so they can potentially buy up into the next one. But of course, that's what happens when you win the round. Freddy B gets the final kill on the player that defused. Having no players survive into the next round meant their money was so weak and it was so vulnerable to being reset. And there you have it. What's their buy going to be looking like here from Prophecy now that they're broke? Are they going to have UMPs, CZs? I guess you're about to find out.
It's not looking too great as the buy does come back through for Prophecy. Obviously, we knew their economy would be slightly weak, so Kolar actually still just stuck to the C there as well as he wants to try and project himself back on the AWP when he gets the potential to do so when his funds are more in line. But the early push comes through. You can see Barbar and Co just storming ahead here. Molotov goes in to halt any aggression from the Prophecy players as well.
So, weak buy here from Prophecy. Question is though, can Epsilon capitalize off of it? And already Barbar once again, the IGL captain leading by example as he finds the first towards connector. And now it leaves Kale alone towards the A bomb site to try and hold and defend.
Nicely played though from Kale as the contact angle goes in his favor. Brutality coming to the table as he will shut down Cosmine very swiftly. They get ready to try and push through now as well. Everyone's starting to back off and readjust on the CT side. They've restructured their defense towards B. The spam is coming in. Smuya nearly taken down by that as well. They do return fire, but it's not going to work their way they wanted it to.
Spam down to just 24 HP. But anyway, they're 1 minute left on the clock. Bomb still towards T-stairs, towards T-spawn. They're expecting a push from the CT side, but actually, Prophecy in terms of information, they're lacking it. Kale alone towards the A side, hasn't pushed towards connector, played aggressive towards long, peeked out towards playground and spotted anyone. So right now, Prophecy have no idea where Epsilon are. And they could raise a few eyebrows here, but a few eyebrows actually. But you can see Quicks right now, he's expecting a play towards the B bomb site, but here it is. Maeve and Smear trying to make a play with the bomb as well towards toilets, but actually, if Kale has good timing here, could come right back behind them.
Oh yeah, Kale could be absolutely incredible into this round. Even if he just resets to walk back over to A, he finds 1 kill as well, but the unfortunate thing is, taking down Barbar, Maeve and Smuya now know where he is. They have secured the site as well. They've got a little bit of utility to aid them to actually buy them time to get the bomb down. They can fall back, play from good afterplans. They just need to play together, and Smuya takes the first strike. He'll actually get that initial frag on towards Quicks. Could actually get a second as well. If he eliminates Fleave, this is really going to leave them in an awful spot, but Fleave overpowers Maeve. Smuya forced to try and take the fight as well, but switching to his side all the time, it doesn't work. Fleave takes him down. Prophecy get themselves the 5th round.
They do indeed. 5-7 now. Fortunately, they're Maeve unable to get the kill onto Fleave towards CT. If he got that kill towards CT, they knew CT was clear. Smee could just instantly scope towards Banana, scope towards A long, and at that point, the round could have been as good as done. Nevertheless, though, you can see Prophecy bringing this one back slowly but surely as we head into round number 12, I believe. Actually, round number 13, so surprises here, there, and everywhere, but let's see if Prophecy have another surprise here for Epsilon as they do take a round. It's going to be the 4 AK by AWP onto Smee once again. And the same here goes for Prophecy. No op though for Quicks, but only one onto Colo. Aggression towards middle. Calais spots out a few players, sees the bomb as well. So will that telegraph the CT defense? Will they recalibrate it and go and maybe swap Quicks towards the A site, maybe swap him out towards Heaven? But nevertheless, just default control here from Epsilon. Take control of toilets, A long, molly up banana, smoke from toilets. Standard overpass play.
Yeah, what tricks they got up their sleeve.
Nice one, mate. They wear their heart on their sleeve.
Yeah. That's pretty good, actually. Calais getting himself ready, though, as he wants to spice things up a little bit. Going to set ablaze the surrounding toilets. Probably not legal. But the push does come through anyway. Barbar gets the opening frags. He will take him down. And now storm on towards the site as well. Archie is ready for this. He has the support of Quicks, but the mollies and utility on the side of Epsilon could be very effective. But Arch does damage, actually gets the initial frag spammed away as well. Him and Kolor take down Freddy B and Barbar. It all falls on towards Smooya now. And the UK talent gets overwhelmed. Didn't know what he was doing. And he was a fish out of water.
6-7 now. Prophecy only one round away in deficit. Nevertheless, they are on the favoured side, the CT side at that, so for Epsilon already to have 7 rounds on the T side of overpass, they can't really be too upset, as it looks like they're going to go for the eco, allow themselves to have a strong buy into the final round, round number 15. So, another likely outcome is here that Prophecy win this round, make it 7-7 versus the full eco, stack up cash in those SMGs and have a strong buy into the final one. From Epsilon and also from Prophecy.
Freddy B as well, trying to be a bit cheeky early on as he peeks up from short, but not really going to get too much bang for his buck. Just does put a seed of doubt in their minds, though, that potentially they could rotate later onto this round. Calais could be huge as well, but Cosmin shuts him down.
So, 4 versus 4. Obviously, he's still favouring Prophecy in this scenario because they have the firepower, the Kevlar, the utility, the kits. If the bomb was planted. But of course, if Epsilon plant the bomb, well, that's their job essentially done, mission accomplished, because that means extra cash, extra utility, maybe an AWP as well to Smooya into the final round of the first half. So, Quicks there spots out the player towards connected. The bomb's actually shifting its way back through T-spawn and eventually towards Monster, and actually puts a good angle. He spots Cosmin, and Cosmin has the bomb. That telegraphs exactly where Epsilon were looking to go.
Yeah, tells them essentially the whole story right now. Arch as well will be able to strike up on Maeve. Kola struggling a little bit there as the push comes through from Freddy B. They do dink him down to 41 as well, and he's overwhelmed, just turns for some reason.
Was you playing on inverted there? 3 versus 3. Cosmin is low as well, but he had a quick from behind. Should be able to maul these players coming from behind. Now it's Barbar on the 1 versus 3.
It's like an angry bear, Snarks. He's mauling everyone. He's trying to find that kill as well. Barbar, that is absolute lunacy as he finds that frag. Just needs to take down Quicks now. He's left on 8 HP. Can't quite decide what weapon he wants to wield in this scenario, and he will lose the duel. So Quicks takes him down, but still tight round.
It was indeed, but it's the final round, so at this point money doesn't really mean too much. It's all about the rounds. And Prophecy, he may be close, but eventually they scrape it through. So as we go into round number 15, 7-7. 2 AWPs onto Colin Fleet, this time no longer onto Quicks. 3 and 4s as well. 4 AKs and AWP onto Barbar here for the T side. It's looking like a fairly standard round here. Epsilon this time, they're going to be playing that normal default, 1 towards B, 1 towards connector, and then 3 towards the bomb side. Take control of the map, and from there you can go for the executions and work the picks off that. But already one of the AWPs out of play. Barbar this time with the AWP actually will find the first kill.
See how useful he is actually going to be with the weapon. He's been pretty powerful with the scopes today. He has actually been finding a few kills here and there. He was doing work on Train. The few rounds he actually did have it. So the push comes out. Cosmin slowly tiptoeing towards long here, getting ready to go for the peak. Kolor as well playing contact. Has a small bit of aid in Calais. Well, let's see if they actually can find the initial frag, or if Epsilon will grab the advantage. Ooh. Bit awkward, but Calais does grab it. Smooya's going to return fire, though, takes down Kolor. Smooya could hunt as well, just wide peek towards this if he wants to. Maeve's going to go all in. Him and Smooya peek a little bit too late, and Smooya will get the trade in the end. It's a 2 versus 3, but Quicks, he's in a perfect position. There's such prowess, he eliminates Freddy B.
Bomb towards middle, and Barbar does retrieve, but now Quicks can deal even more damage versus Epsilon. Gets a nice headshot there onto Barbar, and now it's all down to Smooya. No longer wielding the AWP, but has the rifle, as he's just as efficient with both weapons. And now the 1 versus 1 versus Arch. Smooya onto low HP. 2 bullets from the AK will eventually take him down, but it's a good read here from Smooya going towards B.
Going to go the whole way over, get the bomb down. It'll give him so much time to find a new angle to play from as well. A one-and-done position, a late round after plant, and see where he actually wants to run the risk of winning this one. They are actually going to meet very early on as well. Smooya's ready for this. It should just take 1 shot, but he misses it. Smooya serves up the apple crumble. He's whiffed it.
What's the chance of that? He shall defuse the bomb. It's going to go 8-7. There you have it, Epsilon. They win the pistol. They have the early lead once again, as we've seen on every single map so far in the grand finals. But actually, it's going to be Prophecy to bring it forward and make it 8-7.
Yeah, beautiful stuff there so far with the first half. But let's head back for the desk for now.
Thank you very much, Jackie. Thank you very much, Snods. Well, there you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a game on our hands. That is the news so far to you. Gentlemen, Csgo, Herald, wowzers. The CT side are leading 8, which is Prophecy. Now we flip sides over and change the teams. I mean, the thing is, though, is this what we expected to see from Prophecy?
I wouldn't say so. Like the last 4 rounds and a half, they'd won the last 4 in a row, and they were quite convincing, honestly. Like it was quite surprising. They had the rotations on, you know, I suppose on fleek is what the kids say nowadays, is it?
Oh, don't you say kids, mate. You've changed. You've ruined it. Oh, come on. Just say it's on fleek.
It's on fleek.
Thank
sure,
you.
Yeah, fine.
Harold, honestly, with the overpass, this map, you've got the CT side and the T side. Which side does it favour in this map?
Well, this is, I mean, yeah, I was going to say, this is overpass. It is a CT-sided map at the end of the day. I would say taking an 8-7 is good for Prophecy considering their prior performance, but they do need to be able to step it up now. It needs to come alive. They need to go back into this and go, right, T-side, let's go. Quick fire, bing, bang, bosh. Shut down early. They've got the momentum now. They can play off the back of that. You know, they have the ability to win this map. They have to win it. It's so, so vital now that they take the initiative, they carry on what they started with, and they win.
Yeah, now you mentioned before we went into the actual game that it is the battle of the AWPers. Who do you think's leading the way at the moment, Colo or Smear?
I'd say it's quite even, to be honest. There hasn't been like a standout difference so far. It's been quite, you know, Colo had him a few times, Smear had him a few times. It's, you know, it's quite in the middle, but it's quite weird. We've seen other players actually pick up the AWP. You know, Barber had it the last few rounds. Quicks had it at some point for the CT side. It's, you know, it seems like, I wouldn't say a lack of trust in the AWPers, but it seems like it's kind of fresh, I suppose.
Yeah, what about yourself, Harold? How have you seen that battle go?
Yeah, there's not been anyone that's particularly taking the initiative. Smooth's had a couple of good rounds, but I wouldn't say he's been absolutely pipping it to Colo for the whole game. You know, it hasn't been, you know, even Barbar's been picking it up and doing damage, so it's pretty even. Your
predictions beforehand were both Epsilon. Any chance of you changing your minds on this one?
I wouldn't say so. So far, Prophecy's T sides have been the issue. Like they've been faltering on that side. That's the side they started on Mirage and they went down 15-0. So I wouldn't say it would be similar to that, but obviously I think it is the weaker side for them.
Okay, all right then. Listen, I'm going to pass over to 2 good men. They are over there, Jackie and Snods. Listen, you've heard it from the boys over here. They still are reckoning Epsilon are going to have this. What are your thoughts?
I mean, obviously, it's going to be Epsilon switching over to the CT side, is the favoured side. Obviously, getting 7 T rounds. Even though essentially lost the half, it's still a very good showing.
Yeah, it's not looking too bad. Obviously, as you said yourself, mate, Prophecy have been looking on Fleeve. So
there you go.
It's been working for them.
Yeah, I mean, so far I've already seen, 4 out of 5 pistols being won. For Epsilon, if they can carry on that form, make it 5 out of 6. And especially in this last one as well, if you win both pistols, it makes it so difficult to try and battle against that.
Yeah, it's a good result from obviously as well, because Epsilon were winning the majority of the pistols in every map, and they were still being able to contend with them in more of a closer scoreline as we saw from map 2. So the fact now, if they can come in early, nab themselves a pistol, get that under their belt, maybe there's a whole lot of chance.
Maybe. Anyway, though, as we go into round number 16, the second pistol, Epsilon, they've won the first one on their T side. Can they win the CT pistol here as we go into round number 16? It's going to be Quick Stare, the IGL, and Captain for the Prophecy side going to be wielding the double flashbang and smoke as well as they're going to be making their way towards the B-bomb site. Exactly the same as we saw from Epsilon.
Freddy B, the early peek comes out there. Freddy B can be a monster with this USP as he's ripping through players coming towards him. It's Smoother and Cosmine to step up as they snipe them down. The bomb's left in such an awkward location. It's just Quicks remaining. He's actually struggling to find the frags right now as he will falter.
So, both pistols won for Epsilon on overpass, and now we're going to see the real stars to align. Well, stars begin to align here for Epsilon on their CT side. What is Smooth going to be able to do? Before, it was Smooth and Maeve on overpass. Have they kept the same setup? Or have they changed that one up? Anyway, there's good 2 Famises there. The MP7 once again for Freddy B. UMP onto Maeve and M4 onto Smooth. And let's see, it's good with a force play from Prophecy after not even getting anywhere near planting the bomb.
Let's see, as this push is going to be coming in. They are ready as Smear actually does find the headshot towards Archer as well. Maeve right now actually overwhelmed though. Smear caught off guard. A very awkward situation. They recover the 1 M4. They can try and grab these weapons, reposition and get the bomb. It's a 3v3. They've got so much time into the round. Prophecy just need to play their cards right into this one, but the push coming down from Barber. Is he going to be able to find the headshot? Unfortunately not. Fleeve is just running through them. They've secured a lot of map control. Freddie B, though, with an MP7. He's done a lot of highlight stuff with this gun in the past, and he's still doing damage with it today. Quicks is just left on 18 HP. It seemed like this was going to be a round for Prophecy, but it's quickly been flushed down the toilet.
Freddie B on 12 HP. One bullet there from the Csgo would have taken him down. And there you have it. 9. 2-8. Already a strong start for Epsilon. It seems like they're so close to the finish line here. And claiming that £40,000 across the board. What is that? £4,000 each? What would you do for $4 grand, mate? Go on a trip away with a girlfriend?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Save it.
Buy some lizards.
Yeah, sound as you would. Nevertheless, though, round number 18, 9-8, 1 round advantage for Epsilon, but it should be another one. It should go 10-8 because it shall be the EK for Prophecy on their T side, and once again, only the SMG onto Maeve and Smooth this time.
Fresh coming in early. Maeve actually going to spot them out, obviously transfer a fair bit of damage. Smooth going to find these frags on towards Calais, though, but that's actually all he gets is just the one. Maeve as well. Short-lived. Arch, unfortunately, will kill his own teammate, so Fleeve's been removed, but it still is a 3 versus 3 nonetheless.
So, round number 20 now, and you can see already the T side able to charge their way through Banana. Fast rotation though, Cosme with the FAMAS has the range advantage, the firepower advantage as well. Rotates in through towards Truck, and now he can hold the line here and mow down these unarmored opponents.
Oh, he is getting the frags. Him and Freddie B, they're actually connecting these shots. Arch will claim one with a P250. Scalps Cosme, ready for more as well as Freddie B is just bobbing and weaving. He's left on 4 HP. He can't really effectively play to try and win this one just yet. Arch has to push towards him and try and overpower him. Freddie B, normally deadly when he's holding the angle, though. Incredibly crisp, but he peeks out. He takes the fight, and Arch will spot him, rips his way through with the FAMAS, trades out to the M4 as well, tries to get Barber. Peeks at the correct time and finds a kill.
Close, but no cigar there. 10-8 should be the scoreline. You can see as well the economical damage that Prophecy have managed to do on full eco. Just Barber, last alive. You can see they're talking about A-Rush, maybe going to smoke off top of T-stairs, flash over and try to take control of playground and middle. The reason being is you can then funnel the T's back and not give them any room to breathe. But anyway, round number 19 shot again. It's going to be no off actually. 5 M4s right now for the CT side and 4 players charging towards Minos. They're going to try and swarm them, but actually look at the good quit from Quicks as they're lining up the smokes here. Eventually going to go towards that B-bomb site.
This is going to be smart. Cosme's going to have to be absolutely impeccable at defending this site. It's going to need to be very, very tenacious, but I imagine he will be overwhelmed. They've got the monster control, the tiptoe out. You have the line of sight completely blocked off as well from the smokes that they threw out earlier. They can secure this, get the bomb down, and then take first contact. But actually, Cosme will spot the head of Fleeve. He overextended as they did walk down in towards water to try and gain that extra bit of map control.
Man advantage right now for Epsilon. The bomb is planted, the retake shall begin. Make it 2 now. Cosme finds another one. They have kits, they have Molotovs, no smokes, but they have the man advantage. Let's see if they can still pull off the retake though, but Calais should be able to cut off the rotation from 2 players here.
Oh, this could be absolutely incredible if he plays it right, but he's blind. They flash over. Freddie B will get the shot. Quicks as well, just trying to hold towards Monster, will only get 1. He goes down. They've done it. They've got the retake off. That is going to be 11 rounds on the board. Their CT side looking very, very great right now. Barbar as well, celebrating, of course.
Yeah, they win the first part of the second half. You can see they're already tasting the victory. So, obviously, the push towards it, they had all the information they needed, and because they had the info, there's no one towards A, they knew the retake was about to happen towards that B-bomb site. Cosme, he found the first kill, he fell back, and that's so crucial because it allowed Epsilon to set up the retake, but nevertheless, round number 20. Let's see, 5 AKs, look at the lack of utility right now. No head armor to call out, 2 flashbangs, smoke flashbangs onto Quicks. No AWP, no utility onto Fleeve, Arch or Calais, so right now it's looking lackluster for Prophecy.
Yeah, very bare bones into the round. They don't really have too much to aid them tactically. It's just going to have to be their brute force rather than their brains coming into effect into this round. Calais will find 1 kill there, but Maeve trades it back with a smart contact push there. It's Quicks going down as well. So this might actually hurt them quite a lot into the round. You can see Prophecy restructuring their attack as well. They're going to back off and try and take this towards B. Calais will claim 1. It's Cosme to be overpowered first. Then Maeve going down as well. Calais continuing his steam train as he wanted to get another frag for free, but Freddie B was ready for the rampage. 2 versus 3. Man advantage right now for Prophecy. And 1 minute 5 left on the clock. You can see Fleeve towards Connector, eventually going to rejoin the ranks here, but look at the flashbang. Oh, the timing is impeccable there. The flashbang goes up. They did turn, but it's just a little bit unfortunate for Freddie B. He is able to find that kill in the end. Smooth elevated angle as well. Scopes in. Takes 1. It's going to be Fleeve removed. Colot and Arch aren't at the greatest situation as well. They're not full HP, and he's nearly connecting these tags. Just going for the wall bangs. Just depends on the timing.
Yeah, might even go for the save here in the scenario, but expects a push towards CT lower. Instead, they're not going to be taking the bait here from Smooth's Warp. Instead, they're going to allow him to save. And there you have it. As we go into round number 21, it shall go 11-9. Epsilon still have a 2-round advantage. Look at the money as well. Their money isn't too strong, so once the round loss bonus does, well, round loss bonus does come in, it's 1.4k extra for the side of Epsilon. But nevertheless, still looking favourable for the ex-Swedish lineup, now international.
Yeah, looking good so far as they are picking up these rounds. Prophecy as well, with a bit of a response there, but they have to try and link these together. We've seen situations where they get one, but then it's the instant reset, their money gets broken, their confidence takes a hit, and they can't quite get the momentum.
We saw it twice on Train, where Prophecy would win a miracle round, 1 versus 4, crazy defuse through the smoke, and then Epsilon would just instantly take out all the happiness and morale from the Prophecy side and reset their money. Let's see if they can do it again. It's going to be the Barbar this time. No AWP for him, just a CZ. Aggression towards middle though.
Push coming through, Maeve just going to sprint straight out there as well. Fleeb actually does connect the initial headshot, takes down Smooth, but there's a response. Maeve was ready for it. Tactical strike works in his advantage, so he will take him down. It's a 4 versus 4, but it's still going to favour the T's. Just depends how they actually play this one out. Kolar as well, further in their advantage as he will eliminate Maeve. The nade rolls in from Freddy B and actually does blow Arch out.
3 versus 3, Cosmin so close. Actually, the steps they're going to be heard by Quicks and Kolar, as he will try and retreat, but the timing isn't quite in his favour.
Oh, very awkward stuff there. Close and down to the wire. Cosmin striking though. As it's 2v2, it's still so close. Cosmin actually goes massive into this situation. Gets the double kill. Just on the hands of Calais now as he's got to loop the whole way back around. Wants to go for the B play. He has utility. It's 2 flashes and a smoke. But will he be able to do this?
So, Calais making his way towards B. Well, he should get the bomb down here. Smoke towards default means he cannot be spotted towards heaven. Instead of just one faces it. Nevertheless, though, the retake shall begin. Actually, the bomb not going down just yet. You can see it coming in from short. It's going to be Barbar there, the CZ, and Calais unable to make the jump back towards the site. And now Barbar can just wait. He's expecting the push there towards short, but instead, the bomb shall be planted. Barbar trying to take him, catch him off guard. He spots him out, but actually now he's cornered.
You can just flash over there, and you can see Calais actually having to roam around. Barbar basically just wants to be the distraction when they go for this push, as Cosmin has the rifle. They need to try and peek him together, force this to be a 2 versus 1, not 2 1v1s, but Calais, everything shaping up to allow him to win the round right now. He's just got to land the shot, but Cosmin will be deadlier. Finds the flick, doesn't even...
just a Tuesday for him, isn't it?
Just standard, another day in the office, he is going to be able to get the round.
12-9 in the reset will come through, but thankfully Calais did get the bomb down, which means extra cash, extra utility, maybe some more firepower here, UMPs instead of upgraded pistols. And that could be the silver lining going to round number 22, but nevertheless, Cosmin here getting 3 massive kills. The 2 kills to shut down the mid-aggression for Prophecy, and of course, winning the 1 versus 1 and landing the headshot onto Calais. So, force play comes in, 3 UMPs, 2 AKs. Oh my goodness, no utility as well onto Quick's Flavor Arch. Again, it's looking unlikely that Prophecy can try and claw their way back into this one, as now they're in the 3-round deficit and they're 1 round away from being fully reset. But I believe Epsilon actually expecting the full eco. You can see 2 UMPs and the MP7 there for MP7 there for Freddy B.
Yeah, massive investment to the SMG. Its only redeeming factor is actually all these Epsilon players are very effective with weapons. We've seen them have great success from in the past, even against full buys.
So, 1 minute 20 left. Prophecy towards A long, about to be challenged by Smooth. No AWP for him, just the M4 instead. And actually, he could be swarmed here if things go south. He goes for the wide face, and now they haven't actually pulled the trigger just yet. They're still setting up. They have Quicks towards toilets, 2 players towards A long, and they're trying to use Calais to sell the fake, but already Smooth spots the bomb, and you can see the 3-man rotation from Epsilon towards A.
We're pushing out, Fleeb trying to strike first here, but Barbar gets the info. The flashbangs are going down as well. Smooth doing damage as he will eliminate Kolar. It's Barbar and Smooth who actually find these frags. Barbar again, another headshot comes through. Calais will get 1, but that's all they actually get. They're just running straight through and finding these frags.
So, 13-9 now, as we're going to round number 23. Let's see what happens here then. So, obviously, what was so impressive there from Barbar was the use of the decoy as well. Used as the fake flashbang, went for the wide face, and you saw the players from Prophecy turning, expecting the flash, and Barbar with the UMP able to run rampant towards that A site. And there you have it, Prophecy now forced onto the eco. The money has eventually been broken. So, it should be 14-9 here unless something crazy happens, and of course it can. There's going to be 2 deagles. CZ there onto Arch. PT50 for Quicks, but already Mayfield the UMP trying to stack up some cash.
Nade's going in to Fleeb, going to get a little bit low as well. Actually tanked down incredibly low now. It's a big deficit. Maeve can just strike another frag with this UMP already early into the round. So Prophecy, they basically have to concede this one for free, especially when Freddie B is going to greet all of them towards mid, set them all up on a nice date with the corner, but actually goes down. Archer's going to find the frag with the CZ. Cosmin will retaliate. They should still be able to get this one. They're just overpowering and peeking at the correct time. Have the drop on him. Smee undetected as well. Real game of hide and seek right there.
Must have mistaken his head for a part of the engine towards truck. So, 14-9 now. 5-round lead here for Epsilon. Already production getting the trophy ready as well. It seems like they've got their, well, they've got their bets in. They're expecting this one to go Epsilon's way. 2 away from claiming the lion's share of £40,000. But anyway, enough of that. Enough of the future and into the present. It's going to be round number 24 now. Potentially the last full buy here from Prophecy, as they still need 7 more. Epsilon only need 2. 5 AKs for them, once again, like utility as well. No Molotovs, just 5 smokes, a few flashbangs here and there, but they're lacking the full utility to go for a full execute towards one of these sites and try and ward it off or try and push back Smooth up.
Try and keep him at bay. Yeah, it's been incredibly useful for Epsilon. All these players stepping up quite nicely. Barbar's been doing damage as well, so it's quite terrifying what they are actually going up against. The nades will come through as well. They have a little bit of utility into this round. Prophecy might as well use it to give themselves that slight advantage. They storm out, want to try and gain that map control towards mid, but Smooya is there. He's going to be the roadblock trying to slow them all down. Misses the shot through the smoke, but Freddie B still finding kills nonetheless.
Man advantage here for Epsilon. And now Freddie B is about to be tested once again. Gets a second try.
Still finding the frags right now. Kolar as well, going to be able to respond with the AKs. Takes down Freddie B. Maeve caught off guard from both sides, trapped in a rock and a hard place. It's 3v3, and they are going in towards the B-bomb site.
Kolar's low HP as well. Cosmin the off angle gets one, trying to line them all up here as he's about to send them towards match point. Epsilon so close to the finish line here, so close to 15 rounds and being one away from £4,000 each. Flashman comes in once again. Can it catch Arch of Guard in his shower? But then again, Kolar is low. There you have it. He shall go down, and then Cosmin spots out the last player. 6 chances now for Epsilon. Their CT side to close. Just one out in regulation and make it the clean sweep there. 3-0.
Yeah. They grab this final map here. It will be them taking it in a 3-0 fashion, winning the grand final, being your victor for the Season 1 of the CSGO Elite Series.
So, into round number 25 now, the last buy here, probably for Prophecy. P90 onto Fleeve, UMP onto Arch. We saw some great players from the Scout from Kolar on Train, but obviously this might be too far too gone. They have to really step up now that their backs are against the ropes in this one. Up onto Smooya. 2 AKs that have been retrieved from the dead bodies of Prophecy. And 2 and 4s to finish off the rest of that CT buy. Barbar already gets the first, utilising the smoke towards Connector. And now the man deficit on Prophecy. We see what happens. They seem to always be in a rut. They just let the momentum slip, and again, Barbar running rampant towards Connector gets the second.
Yeah, huge frags coming out already. Epsilon looking like they have sealed their fate, and they will be picking up this win and grabbing the trophy for themselves, as it is just remaining on the triple threat of Prophecy. Fleeve gonna waddle down, spots out the foot of Maeve, can strike the P90, will get one, can't quite get the second though, but Kolar drops down with a scout, will actually remove him, but he himself is sniped. To one tap from Cosmin will remove him from the situation. It's just on Calais, the final remaining player on Prophecy, hoping to keep them alive and kicking in the tournament right now as he will strike, eliminate Smooya. He grabs himself the AWP as well, waiting for the push to come in, but no one is going to run the risk of walking into his crosshairs just yet.
1 versus 2 has the Molotov to aid him in this scenario, but the bomb right now is controlled and quarantined by Epsilon. Freddie B and Cosmin, they're not going to let this one slip. £40,000, they can sniff it, they can touch it, so close to them. And there you have it, trying to go for the crazy 1 in a million jump shots. And right now, I'm trying to retrieve the bomb. This could definitely be the end.
Yeah, right here, right now, could be them deciding their fate, as he is going to try and grab the bomb. Will do so. They don't actually spot him out as well, so he's got time to try and back out there. They don't peek through. They get one tag towards him. He can try and plant, but they just got to peek. They know that he's going to be forced into going for the plant right here, right now. The spam coming through as well. They don't quite connect it just yet. He's staying alive. Tries to peek round, but Cosmin will get the shot. Epsilon take it. It's a 3-0 fashion. They win this best of 5 grand final. They are your champions of the Gfinity Elite Series.
A clean sweep from the international lineup as they take the stage and they claim themselves £40,000 and the title of CSGO champions of Season 1 of the Elite Series. Going into this one, they were the heavy favourites. We thought that Prophecy potentially could get a map here, but instead, Epsilon finishes one untested. And who knows what they're going to bring to Season 2.
Yeah, who knows? A dominating force. They've just showed up in Storm. it was always all eyes on them and Envyus, and Epsilon proved they were the victors here. They were the top dogs at the end of the day.
Question is as well right now, we're going to spend the money on, if you are Epsilon, £4,000 each. I believe you can buy a Rolex with that, as Smooth did say, but then again, you won't be able to get too much of a fancy one. Nevertheless, though, it's the prestige of winning Season 1 and taking it home, especially for Smooth as well, on home soil, winning the title on UK home ground.
Yeah, the only UK player that was able to make it to the final, locked it down in the end with his international side. It's going to make Baba very happy there, obviously, finally being able to pick up that win.
Yeah, considered the best UK player as well. And there you have it, definitely showed it. So, 3-0, obviously expecting a bit more of a competition for the finals, but then again, Epsilon definitely stepped up. Smooth and Barber were unbelievable. Sorry, Smooth, Barber and Freddie B, I almost forgot the actual star of the show there, were unbelievable, and they managed to carry forward the win, and congratulations to Epsilon.
Yeah, the terrifying trio there, obviously on the side of Epsilon. Let's get back to our terrifying trio on the desk.
Oh, cheeky, but I love it. Well, thank you very much to Jackie and to Snods. It's official. Epsilon are the Elite Series Season 1 CSGO Grand Finalists and winners! So here we are then. Epsilon have won it, a convincing 3-0 win. Csgo, talk us through that. What have we just witnessed?
It was kind of an example of what I'd mentioned, a weak T side from Prophecy. It felt like Epsilon were clear running after towards the end. That first Byron I mentioned, I plan to look over that obviously, but it was a very one-sided affair as soon as it came down to that CT side. Yeah,
but there was a chance for Prophecy. But hey, I mean, Epsilon, did what they needed to do. They just squeezed it out, made sure that they got that 3-0 win. Were you impressed with their performance today?
Oh yeah, massively. I mean, there was never a point in that game where it didn't look like they were going to win. It didn't look like they had the upper hand. They were always in control. There was never a point where they wavered. And at the end of the day, if you've got that much confidence, if you're playing with that much skill, you're going to do very well in the long run.
Yeah, we've seen it. They've performed better and better each and every week. Do you reckon this was their best performance today?
I'd say it was the most controlling performance. It didn't look like, as Harold mentioned, it didn't look like they were going to ever lose this game. They were complete control, and they take a W, essentially.
Yeah, now Freddie B topped the frags, but I mean, in terms of star performance today, would you still say he was the top man?
Yeah, I wouldn't say specifically in this game he was the top overall. I think it was much more of a shared effort. They all came out. Personally, for this game alone, I would say Barbar definitely takes the top spot for me. Just constantly, the skill was 10 steps above, and it's as simple as really.
Yeah, what about yourself, Csgo? Anyone that stood out for you today?
Yeah, it's definitely got to be Barbar for me as well. Captain's performance perfectly just leads everybody by example, picking up the AWP, getting entry frags, he was doing everything.
Yeah, well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Epsilon are the winners of the CSGO Elite Series Season 1. And ladies and gentlemen, we can now welcome them to collect their trophy! And I think this is the one that you want, gentlemen. I've got to ask, how are you feeling right now? Smear, you've just won the first prize. It's £40,000. How are you feeling right now?
All right. I said we were going to win and we won, so.
Mate, never in doubt at all. Do you know, I'm going to run just across to here to talk to Freddie B. How was your performance today? How are you feeling right now with that huge check which Barbar is holding?
Of course, it feels super good, and I think we played great as a team in whole.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Maeve, strong performance from you today. Are you happy with everything?
Not the last map, but yeah, generally, yeah.
Okay, well, there you go. Listen, gentlemen, while I let them enjoy the proceedings and the Gfinity Arena, that crowd, I'll let them raise that check one more time. Congratulations. Give it up for Epsilon! Sweet, I'll get you in. Get Aaron Barber, come on in. Come and join me on the panel. There's just not enough seats. It's nothing personal for everybody else in the team. It's just enough. It's not personal, Baba. Listen, congratulations. Come and take a seat. Obviously, holding that check, what does it mean to you to win the first Elite Series Season 1?
We came in and we're a little bit overconfident, I think, and we were the favorites on them beforehand, I guess, together with Envy. But yeah, it feels good that we got better throughout the tournament, and yeah, exactly, 40,000. It's amazing to win this with the amazing guys over there.
Yeah, no, and it definitely seemed like it was a team performance that got you across that line. But then again, 16-0 in that first map on Mirage. That must have given you all the confidence you needed.
Both yes and no, you know, like when you win 16-0 the first map, then it can only go worse, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing also, you know, like it can only get worse. But of course, it's really nice, like entering a final with a 16-0 game, yeah.
It's a great start. And Smir, your performance throughout the tournament has improved and has gelled in terms of this team. How have you found this Elite Series?
It was quite fun to play in. We've definitely got a lot better. Like, I've got better at LAN. Like, it's helping my nerves a lot. I'm still nowhere near where I want to be, but it's just how it is, isn't it? But I'm definitely getting better at LAN, and we all played well, so.
Yeah, definitely. And Baba, obviously the IGL, talk about each individual player and what they've done. There was a cheeky wink there. Who were you winking at? They're there, just to the side. Talk about every player on your team and what they did and how they stepped up to win this.
I think in the middle of the season, I think Smooya was really the one that we went on his back and he played his mind out. But throughout the tournament, Cosmin got less nervous and and then start shooting some heads also like we expected him to do. And then yeah, no, maybe it's just a stable guy, you know. He's always there and supporting and.
He's holding the check right now, so I hope he's stable.
Yeah, he's gonna support me with that. Yeah, no, maybe it's amazing for the team. You don't really see him. He gets a lot of criticism for his bad performance, but I think like people need to see the support part of the game also, like really how he's going first, he's dropping guns, he's buying the nades, you know, and stuff like that. So I think that needs to be highlighted also, that support players are not the one, they can do a huge impact in a game. So and Freddy is probably the MVP of the tournament, I think. So he's saved us so many times also, and I really admire him, and we will see what happens next with Freddy.
Yeah, of course. And for yourself, let's. I know it's difficult to talk about yourself, but what about what you've brought to this Epsilon team? Because in my opinion, you know, being the IGL and then at times taking the AWP and really being able to clutch out rounds as well.
Yeah, no, but if you have been playing this game like for 10 years, you know, you learn a couple of things on the way, you know. So no, I think I in the beginning of the tournament I was really bad. I was literally getting carried every game, but I think I stepped up in the later like 3 weeks or something, and until the final. And yeah, no, I'm happy with the performance. But yeah, it's a team win.
Yeah. Smir, I've got to ask you guys. We even talked about it. Herald and Essay, we were down here. We could hear you joking and laughing before that third map. Is that just how calm and confident you were going into that one?
It's just I mean, I called the 3-0. It was. We're saying through the whole map, guys, we've got one more map. Like, don't worry, this is definitely the last map. There's no worries. So, I mean, I was proper. We're just all jokesters, to be honest. Like, we kind of get along really well, and we all have like loads of funny jokes between us, like a bunch of memes that we all like kind of say to each other, and that's what we were doing before the map, like just joking around.
Yeah, definitely. And that seemed to relax you. Gentlemen, Essay, we got to talk about round 19. There was a retake in that last map, which I want to talk about, if you don't mind, narrating this and what we saw.
Yeah, this is the first buy round actually, where you guys actually start playing retake on B. So was this predetermined, like from the first buy round, actually play it from the start, or was it just like a mid-round decision?
Nah, so it's a strat where we play 4A. We have it's based off spawn. So first spawn pushes through the mid smoke. Second spawn, which is normally me, goes on balloons and holds long with Freddy, who goes long, who's the third spawn, and then the fourth spawn flashes mid and holds underpass, and then Cosmi, or the last spawn, will play B. Baba did it one round with a CZ, and Cosmi just went huge, like. It never normally works when we have 1B. Nobody gets headshot, and then Cosmi just went off. I was like, oh my god, Cosmi's a monster. He's killing everyone. I was like, let's go, boys.
Yeah.
I wasn't predetermined to like play retake, but yeah.
Yeah, I've got to ask, Baba, the extra teammate that you had here today, can you introduce and what was his role in today's proceedings, your manager, your coach?
Yeah, Christian Krilly is doing everything behind the scenes, and He's really good at saying nice when we win rounds and stuff like that. So that's what we have. Nah, great guy in general. Keep the focus. You know, when you're competing, your head can sometimes fall a little bit all over the place. So he's the guy to come to when things are not working or there is something to be solved between Epsilon and then the team. So yeah, no, he's important for us also.
Okay, that's quite important. We haven't seen him for a lot of the Elite Series. So how much of a cut will he take from the full team?
Probably 49,000 or something. Yeah.
Okay, lovely. Harold, what did you notice from Epsilon's performance today? Like, just individually, I mean, the players are standing there right now. You know, we want to highlight some of the best plays from today.
Well, I don't think we have enough time to highlight all the best players there. You know, there's just it's a complete whitewash essentially. You could break down individual rounds, you could break down what Prophecy did wrong, but at the end of the day, if you have a team playing 2 steps above and they're always a move ahead, you're always going to struggle. So I mean, Prophecy, props to them. They got to the final, they knocked Envyus out. Well done, but it just they got to the end of their tether, and I think this was just a bit too much of a challenge. Yeah. Do you reckon, Csgo, that if Envyus had got to the final, it would have been a different sort of final? Would it have been a bit closer potentially in some respects?
I'd definitely have to say it would be. I feel like I remember you guys were kind of confident.
There's a nod, a shake of the head from Svea there.
We'll never know, but
yeah, we'll never know, obviously.
If anyone asks, I'm going to free out them as well.
Well, we're asking. There's a lot of confidence, and is that confidence, Svea, going to go into season 2? You know,
depends what sort of rosters come. If everyone's still not that good, then I suppose so. But if there's a team to watch out for, then we'll have to watch out for them. But until then season 2 is going to be ours as well.
Okay. Well, listen, gentlemen, congratulations on that win. I'll tell you what we'll do right now. We'll see what Yasmin is up to. I believe she's with some of the runners-up.
I'm with all of them. And first of all, we need to give them a round of applause. Come on, guys. Clap for yourselves. Now, Quicks, that was, I'm guessing, up there very, very intense, as it has been for the past couple of weeks. You can see the confidence that those guys have out there, the winners. But how do you feel personally it went?
We kind of miss it right now, maybe. But well played by them, and congrats, really. They were the better team this time.
But runners-up, you're not all at loss. Look at him. He texting. You seem very calm now, Arch. Are you kind of almost happy that it's over, so you can just chill out and relax?
I'm not happy at all, but
he's not.
I guess in some days it will be fine. But for now, I'm sad a bit.
Still a bit sad, that big sad face. Now, the big boss up here, Rob, how do you feel like Prophecy have performed in this a whole Elite Series? Just going to put this mic up here, here we go.
I mean, last week was like really, really big for us. I don't think any of us expected that, and it just sort of like was amazing. This week we weren't able to do it, but I think by the end of that third game, we were at least, you know, can hold our heads a bit higher for how that finished. And second place, you know, I'm quite happy.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, it's been an absolute pleasure having you guys on this Elite Series, and we look forward to season 2. Congratulations. All right, we didn't work out that great, but you runners-up. Runners-up is still good. Still good. Back to you, Tom.
Thank you very much, Yasmin. I'll tell you what, Arch, I don't know how to cheer him up. There's not much we can do. I'll tell you what, let's talk about season 2, because Yasmin was talking about that with Prophecy. Listen, guys, what happens for season 2? I mean, in terms of roster, we've heard a lot of talk about changes for the UK sides. Do we know? Can you enlighten us on what's going to happen for season 2?
No.
Okay, fair enough. But in terms of coming back, would you like to come back and retain your title? Because now, you know, season 1, it's yours. Surely Epsilon want to come back and retain season 2 as well.
Of course. I mean, I reckon next season our Rocket League and Street Fighter players will be better, so we might win all 3, because we're definitely winning the Csgo. So we'll have to see. Like, hopefully those games can step up as well and win as well, because it's getting kind of boring. Like, you know, I was expecting at least the Street Fighter guys, because that Takamura guy is insane, but yeah. I don't know, I think he just...
Well, what I loved was I actually saw yourself up there, Smir, in the audience, loving a bit of Street Fighter.
Street Fighter is sick, man. I was going, no, I've never even played the game before, and this guy just, like, called Brian from XL, like, he lost 2 maps and he had to win the last one, and he won the last one. I was going nuts. I was like, come on, Brian. And then when they won it was just so cool.
Lots of clutches that were happening in Street Fighter. Gentlemen, Csgo, Harold, what can we see season 2? We've seen what the guys in the UK teams and the European ones as well need to step up and perform to be on the same level as Epsilon. Will they've watched today and start practicing early?
I like to feel like the Lions should be practicing as early as possible. Like, I feel like we need stability. We need people to actually work as a team, not just change roster within the first 3 weeks. Essentially, like they need stability. Need to get together, focus on one objective, stick to it. Don't change your mind like halfway through.
Okay, and what about yourself, Harold?
Oh, well, I think it's been a great proving ground. We can look at the teams that did well, we can look at the teams that didn't do well. And the top 4 teams, apart from one, didn't change their rosters throughout the season.
Okay, well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I can now say that we will take a little breather. When we come back, we'll find out who won the franchise tournament of the Elite Series. But between now and then, let me say, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the CSGO Elite Series tournament winners. It is Epsilon!